Hello, chat. Hello. Welcome to another Ninjagato interview. Today we have a very cool friend of the show, awesome streamer, and that is Mayvoxx. Mayvoxx. How are you? How are you?
Good. How are you, Gato?
Doing good.
For
Let's
now.
for now. That's right, because we have not just a regular interview planned for today. We have a spicy nude collab. We are eating spicy noodles today while interviewing. So it's kind of like Hot Ones inspired, except it's all pain. It's all heat the entire time. There's no working up to a hotter wing. It is literally just heat. It's just heat. So, how does your noodles look? How are they looking?
Nuclear.
Yes. I have to be careful because I think I've got like a bill right next to me. I don't want to dox myself, but let me see if I can get the camera to show you guys my noodles. Let me see if I got the where is my video capture device? Logitech Rio. Activate. Yeah, let me bring this up. Alright. Then I have to bring it above myself. So here we go. There we go. Spicy noodles. So I've got my cheese corn. It has fish cake and different things in it, but this is the traditional recipe of the spicy noodles.
Yeah, yours looks better than mine.
It'll be good. All right, hold on. I need to stop the video capture. There we go. Oh, so hot, bro. My little booty hole is already afraid. How are you with spicy food, Mayvoxx?
I love spicy food.
Okay.
My only concern is certain levels of spice make me hiccup. So I'm worried about hiccuping the entire time.
You have milk on standby?
Yeah. I have milk, grapes, a very large slice of pumpkin cheesecake. Yeah, and then the cheesy corn on the side, but I have a feeling I'm going to end up dumping it into these noodles.
Yes. All right. So with that, let's take our first bite together. All right, I got my fork. I am taking the noodles, wrapping around said fork, and I have my first bite ready. Do you have yours ready?
Yeah, I'm using chopsticks. I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Good luck. Thank you, man. Chickadee. Okay.
Oh, I think I inhaled most of that.
Okay.
Oops. Ooh.
Yeah. That warms up on you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have it. Oh, there it is.
There it is immediately. It took 2 seconds.
I don't have AC or heating in my house right now, so this will help.
Oh no, she's gonna drop dead for
No, I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Wow, first bite activated the hiccup response. Instantly activated the hiccup response. Yikes. Okay. Alright, Mayvoxx, so the first tradition I do is I shout out the guest. And then I pin their channel. So are you watching my stream so you can see? We'll see if you actually get a clip, because you probably will get a clip. So let's see what happens.
I'm very unlucky. Oh my god.
Nope, white screen. Alright, that is how it goes. Alright, I shouted you out. Let me pin your channel. So anybody watching, I think everybody watching already follows you, but in the event they're not, I'm gonna say follow Mayvoxx. Alright, meow.
Oh, Ulti wants to share a clip apparently.
Really?
Yeah, for my.
Oh, since we didn't get a random clip.
Why is he browsing? I'm scared.
All right. Um, you're not gonna be able to post it in chat, Ulti. You're gonna have to like
DM it, I guess.
DM it or whisper it to May or any of my other mods, so we can see said clip.
You know they're not bad.
That was the first bite. That was the first bite.
They're not bad. It's like the heat is definitely I feel it on my lips, and like I said, I was hiccuping from it. But the actual heat within my mouth is not that bad.
What? Chava's already drunk somewhere? What are you talking about? Smokes. Also, Mayvoxx is here. Mayvoxx is a mod too.
Yeah. You can DM it to me or whatever. Ulti. I'll just forward it to Gato because I'm not gonna watch it first. Because then I might not send it.
No Clownius. Chava's too busy. Segs with hot girlfriend. Probably. He's a Mexican Riz Lord. Alright. Yeah, I'm checking to see if he DM'd anything. I don't see anything.
Oh, he DM'd it directly. Oh boy.
No, I'm checking if he did. I have not gotten anything.
Oh.
That's why the screen's flickering.
Ulti, commit. You.
Yeah, no.
He didn't listen. He was too busy hunting for the clip. You have to link it to one of us direct in DMs.
Yep. All right, Mayvoxx, let's take another bite, and then I will ask you the first question that we usually ask a guest. So I've got my fork now. Wrapping up some noodles. Got a little bit of cheese corn on there.
I haven't had any of the cheese corn yet. Oh, this is a nuclear bite. Oh boy. I can see all the... Oh boy, I'm in trouble.
Oh, should I drop some on the floor? Okay.
Might want to clean that up before Dogbot gets to it.
Oh yeah, Dogbot will have a shit attack later. Okay. Sent via DM. Alright, cool. Alright, Mayvoxx. First question we asked the guest is the lore behind the name. How did you come up with the name Mayvoxx for your channel?
Well, first and foremost, my name is May.
Yeah.
It's not that unique there. I'd struggled for years about wanting my name in my username. So I was like, that's going to happen for sure. And then Vox is Latin for voice or something like that. And I like to play with my voice a lot. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to use that.
Nice. Very cool. I totally have COVID hacks right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like the first time I did this, I was in pain. This time I'm like, oh, that's delightful.
Maybe I'll try some of this corn.
Do it with the corn. With the corn, it's the next bite. Do it with the corn because the corn is definitely what makes it palatable. All right, hold on. They put you to sleep? What's going on over there?
No, it's me.
It's you. Okay.
Yeah, I looked down and put some corn in my mouth. Oh my god, it tastes good.
All right, let me paste and go. So this is the clip that Ultimation sent us. Let's see what comes up.
Why am I worried? What did he send?
Oh, hold on. I gotta back it up. I've gotta full screen it and turn on the volume.
Freaking Ulti. Wait, I can lick the clip.
You can lick the clip? You were licking a clip?
Look, it was up there. It was up there, and I was like, "Oh, look, I can lick it." I just didn't think about the context. Oh, hello, the context of what it would sound like.
There you go.
They're just mad at like mechanics.
I know mechanics is. he got that kissing action first. There you go. All right, and then the next question we traditionally ask is the hardware and software required to run your stream. So let's start with the hardware first. What hardware is required to operate a Mayvoxx stream?
Currently Potato who just subbed. I lost my notebook. I don't have any of my software stuff off the top of my head.
No, hardware stuff. Let's start with the hardware.
Yeah, I don't know any of the hardware stuff off the top of my head. I think, what do I have, a 4060 now? Yeah, I have a 4060. I think that's about all I know. Oh wait, actually, hang on. I think I have it. I lied. I do have it because I think I took a picture and I sent it to Smoke recently. Yep, I do. Haha! Accidentally prepared. I have, oh gosh, I don't know how to read any of this. An i7 processor.
Okay.
And I guess it's an Asus MSI motherboard, Intel Z370 chipset. I don't know what any of that means. I need more RAM, but I have 16 RAM.
Oh, okay, 16.
600 on the power supply.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And then I think I have a 4060. I used to have a 2070. I don't know what other information is really important.
So, but you consider that your potato?
Well, it struggles with a lot of stuff. This PC is like 6 years old.
Wow.
So when it comes to a lot of basic things it should be able to do, it struggles.
Yep, her GPU doubled. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. Needs more RAM. Yes. And a lot more stuff. It's not really a potato sizzle.
Well, there is something going wrong with it. Like every so often the computer does freeze. Like it locks up. I don't know if it's like a dying hard drive or what, but we haven't been able to pinpoint the problem yet. That's why I upgraded my GPU because I thought it was that.
I think we've talked. You do have a throne, and on that throne is a fundraiser to get you a streaming PC, right?
Yes. Unfortunately, I think we guesstimated a little too high on how much I need. And we everybody suggested 4K, and you cannot withdraw that money until it hits the goal. So we're stuck at the moment until that hit the actual 4K. If we had known, I probably would have done it in smaller batches.
Well, I think you can cancel a goal and then start a new one, right? And then talk to the
But
people
we would
that
lose that
donated.
money, I think.
I think it would get refunded, and then whoever put it in, you could request that, hey, I lowered the goal. You mind, do you mind if I reload, because they might just re-give it back,
I'll look into it. I know a lot of that's in there is from Beppo, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty much all from Beppo.
Yeah.
A little bit from mine.
A lot of it's from Beppo, so.
Yeah, and donate again.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, because you could lower the goal to like 1,000. That's more achievable, and that could get you at least a board, power supply, and work from there. Incrementally grow your PC.
Yeah. I think that's what we should have done. We kind of, in the moment, did it.
Yep. All right. So let's take another bite. Let me get my fork ready. Grab some of the cheese corn. And in it goes. I have to say, cheese corn makes it delightful. It's still spicy. Holy fuck, it's still spicy. You have the cup version, right? Yeah. I bought like a 6-pack, so
Why would you do that?
how is Gato unaffected by the noodles? Freaking COVID hacks, dude. Like, I literally have COVID hacks right now, and it's... It actually wouldn't be a bad idea to do the one chip, but then I won't. But then I'll be sick.
Yeah.
And I have to work tomorrow. Also, you would have to be like my phone a friend to make sure I'm alive the next day. He has superpowers. COVID hacks, yeah. This isn't cheating. Anyways, alright. Alright, now tell us the software that's required to run a Mayvoxx stream.
Well, OBS aside, I use Vignon.
Vignon to operate your VTuber.
Yep, to operate, and that's how I do all my Twitch integrations and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I use is OBS, Vignon. and of course, a webcam.
Yep. Okay, so you use a webcam, not like an iPhone.
No. We were trying to get my iPad to work, but I guess my iPad is one of the ones that isn't compatible with like Face ID, I think it's what it's called. So it won't actually connect to anything.
Okay. Not LiDAR. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's LiDAR does pretty good, but also the webcam. Mechanics showed me that like he can do better with the webcam
Mm-hmm.
because he can do the single eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
Yep. And then oh yeah, I forgot to ask like peripherals, microphone.
Oh, my microphone is an Elgato Wave 3.
Oh yeah, okay. Wave 3 is
It's the same
decent.
microphone that Miko uses.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Solid. And then like no stream decks or anything like that or mixers.
Oh, I do have a Stream Deck. Yeah, I just recently added buttons to, yell at chat whenever they're doing something they're not supposed to. Right, chat?
Little zoom buttons.
Yeah,
Very
I
cool.
just figured that out yesterday.
Oh, that's cool. Scatter. Smokescreen says next he's gonna ask her what her bra brand she wears now.
Bra brand? Do you want to know? I'll tell you.
It's singular because we already know it's custom or this one manufacturer, which custom sounds expensive.
It is expensive. I hated it.
Yep, custom made, bro. All right, let's take another bite.
Okay.
Winding up, grabbing some cheese corn.
I should just take the lid off this thing. Hang on, this is impeding my progress here. Oh my god. Okay. Somehow I haven't gotten the hiccups again. Watch me jinx myself and this bite be the hiccups that come back.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's still spicy. All right, I'm gonna have to take a little milk now. Wait, where's my milk?
Oh, really?
Yep. I took a
Poor
big bite,
Gato.
and it was mostly red.
I'm good. I was worried. I don't know why. It's not that bad.
Oh, with corn, it's edible. Without it, it's pain. It's just straight up pain.
I only have a tiny little bite of corn here and there.
Yep. All right. Bro, I'd be dead, says Rory's. Probably. All right, Mayvoxx. First question. Can you tell us about your journey from cam streaming? Because you've rebranded. You cam streamed from, like, what, 2018 to 2019? And then you became a VTuber? What inspired that shift?
So when you, of course, cam stream, you've heard Miko say it before. You have to put a lot of effort into yourself. And look, I'm gonna admit it straight out. I'm a very depressed girly, depressed and anxiety. So putting on a face for stream all the time is very difficult. I'm sure a lot of you understand what masking is.
Yep.
Just constantly putting on that I'm alive face. So that was actually a big shift into VTubing. That, and I just like the creative outlet that there is with VTubing. I feel like a lot of you guys know I'm constantly changing my model and improving her and updating her, and she's got different variations and whatnot. So I like that a lot. I like that avenue a lot.
Ain't no way I'm gonna show everyone what weird shit I do without thinking, says Rory's.
Right? When you're locked in on a game and all the weird faces you make. Yeah. Same.
Yep. Did you make everything on your model yourself, asked Amori?
So a lot of it is from Booth, I'll be honest. My hair was from Booth and I modified the bangs, and the hair streaks and whatnot are custom that I did. My antlers are from Booth. The texture for the antlers is from Booth, but the glow on them is custom from Booth, actually. So I've done like a lot of modifications with things from Booth. The lips I did myself. The textures on the skin I did myself. The base of the texture is done by Avery. A lot of my clothes are from Booth, either straight from or modified. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just Booth modifications. I need to, I'm trying to learn how to make my own clothes right now.
New mouse upgrades was wild?
Oh, yeah. So the inside of a Vroid mouth normally is just a solid color, but this is also something I found from Booth is I have tonsils now and like all that back there.
Oh, yeah, you got the...
Yeah.
What is that thing that you humans have that dangles up back of your throat? I forgot
The dangly thing. I don't know the actual
called.
name for it, but Thank you, Ward. Uvula, I think is how you pronounce it.
May we need you to do it again soon. So
it'll be okay. I can miss it one time.
Okay.
Copium.
Actually, with VTubers, I need to add a standard question, and that's gonna be: can you give us a model demo? Can you, give us a show?
Yeah.
Show us your model. Like, we're only seeing the basis of it, but if you put a lot of work on it to make it all custom like this, let's take a moment to appreciate it and show us everything that you put into this.
Maneuver myself here. Okay, so close-ups so you can see my face. Some freckles here.
Oh.
I've got the eyeshadow. My eyes, of course, the heterochromia. I've got the hair glow, the glow on the antlers, which I don't know how well you guys can see with the background. We zoom out. This is the outfit that you can get from Avery. Or not in Avery, on Booth. You can see my hooves. I finally got my hooves to be looking right. So that. And then I've got my little deer tail back there. Oh yeah, the glowing braid. And then there's a whole bunch of little things that you guys can't see right now currently because of the outfit, but you can kind of see it here. That I've got my deer spots and stuff like that, like on the waist. If I had a better outfit, I could showcase it, but well, not better, but like more, I guess, nude.
Revealing outfit. Yep.
That's the word I was looking for. Yes, if I had a more revealing outfit, it could showcase that better. But I would. Oh no, I would rather not do that to you.
Booth. Yeah, Booth is a so like VTubers and VR chat is like next level in Japan, Texas. So there's a Japanese website called Booth that sells
Booth.pm.
.pm, yep, that sells assets, models. Like you could just get a straight up full up model on Booth, or just get clothing, components, different things.
Yeah, I can actually show off my other model. Hang on, let me show you guys. I use this one for the they're probably blind. Sus education stream. I don't know why it went like that. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Green screened. You want me to use it?
I'm sorry for the flashbang.
Chroma key. Okay.
Yeah. Hang on. It's switching.
Booth is amazing. Yeah, it's a wonderful resource. There we go. Yep, and then there's your manager Gron inspired outfits.
My manager dog inspired fit. Yeah. I actually did all this on the back of my hair custom.
Dedicated to you, Smokescreen. Dedicated to you.
Dedicated to you? What do you mean?
Bro. Gron. That's Smokescreen's #1 crush.
All right, flashbang again so I can switch back. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll be fast.
So, with VTubing, like, yeah, you start with Vroid, and then you kind of like hodgepodge some different things together and made a unique model using different assets, and that is your model. Very cool.
This is all Vroid.
What are you saying? I was saying that Mayvoxx had a custom model just for you, Smokescreen, and you missed it. You missed the manager.
Did he not see the manager Dong look just now? I'm not flashbanging everybody again.
based. Nice, nice.
Hit clip. You can go back and look at it.
You're right. I got hate-love relationship with that software. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
for VTubing. It's pretty entry level, but it's
Mhm.
you can still do some amazing things. It's about as user-friendly as modeling gets before you start getting into Blender slash Maya slash
Mhm.
ZBrush slash like all the other 3D softwares.
Yeah. Once I
You
have a dedicated outfit for this character, she will be moved into Blender.
People Giggle
So I'm
Box
excited for
CV
that.
says you start on VRoid and then you end up buying a model in booth like most people.
Nah.
Not everybody. Hello, All Red. Thank you for saying hi on the Kickside house. You do have a Kick viewer. Check it out.
Hello, Red.
All right. Let me boot up another forkful of spicy noodles. And let's do this together.
Oh, this is a nuclear section. I did not stir this well.
Mostly red. And Korean people. I don't know, like, this is their life? Like, holy cow. I need spicy stuff non-stop. Alright, where's my tea? Wait, I have my tea right here. Wait, will tea help or not?
Okay, have a safe drive to work, Mild.
Alright, have fun, Mild. Be safe. Don't focus on the screen, just listen. Focus on driving.
Yeah, please, for the love of God.
I don't remember if I followed me over here. Do you have a Kick? Or did you take your name on Kick?
I took my name on Kick. I did like maybe 2 streams a long time ago on it, but I don't use it.
It's kind of an odd place, Kick. Oh, okay. All right, next question. What challenges did you face when you decided to take a hiatus from streaming, and how did you overcome them when returning?
So the reason I took a hiatus was because I had some unsavories that were, well, unsavory.
Yeah,
A lot of stalker-ish activities.
Oof.
And I needed to separate myself from their community. So that was the whole reason I took a hiatus for so long. And then I got into GTA RP and I was doing that. And I just didn't want them to follow me to where I was. So I never ended up streaming it.
Okay, so you took a break from streaming, found the love of GTA RP, and then what made you overcome and start streaming again?
You, Mild, Avery, Ward, all of you guys going, hey, you should just hit the go live button. And I was like, I don't know. And you guys were also supportive. And Halloween playing Phasmo, I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm hit the button.
How was that when you pushed the live button and you were live again? How was that?
It felt so weird, is the best way to say it, because I knew it was like, it was like riding a bike again. And so it's like, I knew what I was doing. It was just that the atmosphere from when I streamed last 6 years ago to now, not necessarily the atmosphere, but like the technology. Back then it was, you had your bit jar. I don't know if anybody remembers the bit jar. You had the bit jar, you had your alerts. Affiliates maybe had like 3 emotes back then. Like it was very, very minimal. And then now it's like you have all these branches of all this brand new stuff. You can unlock so many emotes as an affiliate. Like literally the only difference between partner and affiliate right now, it feels like, is changing your suffix or your prefix, excuse me. So it feels very strange. It feels very strange. So I had to, that was a major learning curve for me. But once I got past that learning curve, I mean, it feels natural.
1 sec, I gotta ban a Kickbot.
Oh, hello, Kickbot. Goodbye, Kickbot.
There we go, bitch. Okay, so interesting. So it was familiar, but then also things had changed a lot. like
Mm-hmm.
overlays and stuff. So it was almost like you had to start over again with the overlays and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Overlays, 7TV definitely has been a big thing.
Yep.
Like it's really different when you're watching things from the outside versus doing them yourself. You realize, oh my God, there's actually so much more to do. And like I said, that has increased significantly compared to how it was 6 years ago. Like, because I was like within like the first 5 waves of the affiliate program coming out. So like that's how long ago I streamed.
I remember the bit jar. It says AI boom. Yep, it's different
Mm-hmm.
feeling. Can you explain the bit jar to somebody that may not remember what that is?
Yeah, sure. So it was like a little cup. You know how when you go to a store and they have like that little tip jar?
Mm-hmm.
It was a jar or a cup or whatever device, container you wanted on the side of your stream. So you would put it like on the bottom right or bottom left. And whenever somebody would cheer, the bits would fall into the cup. And so what we would do typically is we would cheer singular bits. So like cheer one, cheer one, cheer one, cheer one, cheer one. And it would fill up the jar. And then somebody would drop like cheer 20 or cheer 100 and the whole thing would explode. They would go flying out of the jar, and it was so cool. So that's how we used to entertain ourselves.
Wow. And then you got to keep the bits, right? And then
Yeah.
cheer elsewhere?
It was the same concept as it is now. You get to keep them. It was just like another thing that chat could do to interact with stream is fill up the little jar and then make it explode by dropping a big set of cheers in there.
Okay. Cool. And then let me ask you, how has the VTuber community impacted your experience as a content creator compared to your previous cam streaming days?
It's so different. It's so different because, like I mentioned before, VTubing has that creative aspect behind it. You can do so much with it. When you're camming, it's just you're you. And so when I have new people come into stream, it's usually them asking questions, usually about what I'm doing or what I'm talking about, or how I did something with my model, versus somebody coming in and saying something negative because they felt like it because of my appearance or whatnot. So that's probably the biggest change, is that new people coming in are a lot more friendly.
The VTuber community is pretty solid, although it's very big. It is ginormous now. Like, okay. All right, let's fill up another fork.
Okay.
Let's go.
Whew.
All
What
right.
happens if I finish eating this before you do?
Then I'll be eating alone, I guess.
Well, don't force yourself.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have a cat on your head. Ha,
Mm-hmm.
ha, ha.
It's one of my new redeems.
VTubing community is better, says Jordan.
Yes, the VTubing community is so much better. Everybody's so much nicer because it's just about everybody wanting to be creative with each other. Like, everybody wants to be creative and have fun and do cool things. They don't want to just like sit there and be like, oh, you need to lose like 40 pounds,
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that has to get old as a cam streamer, is getting judged on your appearance, especially as a lady. Hey, what's up, Temptic? How are you? Welcome.
Smoke, do it for me. I'm not gonna make it.
How are you, Temptic404? Welcome to the channel, by the way. He just wants you to sing the Do It Again. Doing good, and you? I'm doing all right. How'd you find me, Temptic? I'm curious to know.
Do it again. Do it.
Why would people say such mean things? Because the whole barrier defense.
Mm-hmm.
The internet creates a safe barrier, so literally they can be as mean as possible, and it's not like they're saying it to your face. I just know you from many streams like boom. Hey, awesome, Tempting. Awesome. Yes, today I'm interviewing Mayvoxx, an awesome streamer friend of mine, and we're hearing her story, her streaming story. VTubing can hide all reality. You never know what's really there. You can't see my dog-eyed slippers. True. You can stream in your jammies. And Twitch have you, this boom streamer, also watch. Oh yeah, I'm in the recommended. And you're recommended? Nice. Hey, thank you for the follow, Temptic.
Who needs lip filler when you have spicy noodles? Am I right?
Yes, yes. My lips are a little bit warm. Not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna load up another fork.
Another one?
Yep, load it up. Here we go.
All right.
Here we go. A chopstick. Imagine actually using Kick to chat. Dude, ladies streamers on Kick, they got it bad. Bad.
I cannot imagine that atmosphere.
Like, do you know BB Jess? Have you
I
ever
love
watched?
BB Jess.
Yeah, she said she had to like grow the thickest skin of all time to be streaming on Kick.
Is that where she is nowadays? I haven't seen her on Twitch in a long time.
She does both. But yeah, for a while she's focusing Kick because yeah, Twitch wasn't treating her too good.
Mm.
And
No, she's
like,
a great streamer.
yeah, she wants to support the competition, but
Mm.
competition has some unsavory chatters out there. VTubing is great because I don't have to show how messy my workshop is, says North Star. True. Okay. What drew you to VTubing in the first place? And how did you design your ethereal deer persona?
Well, I'm going to confess something to you guys. It's going to make you guys laugh. So you know how Miko has the AI companion?
Yep.
This character was meant to be my AI companion originally.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I designed her and I brought her in to show you guys in the Ecoverse, and you guys were like, "Oh my god, she's so cute! I love her so much!" And I was like, "I kind of really like her too," and so I kept her.
You kept her and became her.
Yeah, I became her. A lot of people have noticed. Once I was messing with my back and stuff and showing how I do all my redeems, and someone goes, "Astrid?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Astrid," because you know how the AIs would always use asterisks. And so her name was Astrid. And so somebody caught on to that.
She's VTubing as her own AI companion. True. It's an AI confirmed. True, Wardstone. True.
No,
So-
I've always had this weird thing with deers, and it kind of rolls back into again GTA RP, where my character could get really close to deer for some reason. And I was doing more research, and this is going to come out later, but I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yep.
And
Done, ulti.
and
Continue.
oh, and so female deer don't typically have horns unless they have a hormone imbalance, which PCOS does. It causes a hormone imbalance. And so when I read that, I was like, this is it. This is basically fate just kind of stacked it all together. And so that was another big reason why I kept her.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. All right. Can you describe your process for balancing streaming, art, and personal life?
I don't do it very well, in my opinion. I tend to hyperfocus because of my ADHD. So when I start a project, I kind of get really into it.
That's fair.
You see Alti say, "Oh God," he understands. He'll be like, "Hey, I asked you to do this thing. Did you do it yet?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He's like, "I asked you this like 4 times in the last week and a half," and I was like, "I'm so sorry." So I have to go and stop what I'm doing to go do that. So I'm very forgetful because I've been working a lot on creative stuff. So I've tried to find the days where I have my downtime.
Relatable.
Where I'm watching like you or Miles or Code Miko or whatever, or whoever else. During those times, I'll try to work just a little bit here and there and try not to get too overly invested so that I can still balance my personal life doing other stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I like how you and Alti hold each other accountable for getting a reasonable amount of sleep. Seems to be a help to each other, so commend you guys for doing that.
He's my best friend, so
very nice. I read messages, AI Rories. I read them.
No, I think AI Rories is saying that Alti doesn't read their messages because I asked Alti 10 times. He doesn't read my messages ever.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Alti, read the bot's messages.
All right, let's load up another chopstick/fork. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
My nose is starting to do that. Runny thing.
Yep. I got a hefty one.
They're not bad though. I really thought they were going to be worse.
That's kind of interesting because I remember them pre-COVID, and now I'm eating them post-COVID, and yeah, it's still spicy, but it's not like last time I was dying. Like now I'm like, oh shit, this is spicy.
Your spice tolerant isn't that bad, right?
Usually it's okay. Like I don't need fire on a regular basis. Like I like medium. And in fact,
no, I tend to eat high spice stuff. So
yeah, like if pizza's too bland, I got my bottle of sriracha with me, and I'm not spice resistant. I hate spices, so it's tempting.
I love spice.
There
was a time in my life where I ate so much spicy food, I had chronic heartburn.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah. My doctor's like, you need to chill out, and I was like, all right.
Yikes. All right. How has becoming a VTuber changed the way you engage with your audience? How so?
It's so much more fun.
Oh yeah.
It is so much more fun because as a because the terms everybody uses, as a flesh tuber, air quote, you can only stare at the camera so much to like quote intimidate chat, but now I can just do this.
Oh, nice.
So it's like it's a lot more engaging in my opinion. I could be a lot more animated.
True.
I don't know, I love it. I just love it so much better than using a cam.
Yeah, like IRL, it's like posture check, right? And then, like hydrate. Well, you can hydrate as a VTuber too.
Yeah. Yeah, I still do posture check too. Avery has one in her stream that says, "This is a reminder to not shrimp," and I'm like, oh, and then I straighten myself up.
Shrimp.
So I think I need to add a reminder because it definitely helps not just myself, but it'll definitely help others as well if I add it.
Yep, Tempdick, she talked earlier. She uses Vignan.
Vignan. I can type it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Vignan.
There you go. Like V and then Nyan cat without the cat.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
Vignan's really good. It's got a bit of a learning curve to it, but Suvidriel, if I hope I'm saying the name right, has a lot of tutorials on how to get yourself set up. And then there's another person, I can't remember, she's got the prettiest model though, that she also has a lot of tutorials for Vignan to help you get started.
Yep.
It also has hand tracking. I have mine off right now though.
Oh shit, the fire just hit my stomach.
Oh no.
My stomach's like, bro.
Yeah, so it also has built-in hand tracking. Give me a second. So, ta-da!
Hand tracking.
It's a little finicky right now because I'm just using a webcam.
Yeah, you can do it with webcam.
Yeah, this is just with the webcam. Let me turn it back off. It's a little finicky when I have my mic right in front of me, so I don't like to have it on too much.
Oh, I'm starting to get a little lightheaded. Oh
no!
That's
take a break. I'll keep eating. You take a break.
No, I'm fine. This happened last time, but it's kind of funny because it didn't happen in my mouth. It hit my stomach, and then when it hit my stomach, then my brain's like, Bro,
You know what
you
you're probably gonna
consume
have,
fire.
or you're probably gonna experience, Gato.
Ah,
There is this phenomenon when eating spicy food that makes you feel like you're high.
yeah, no, I've gotten the chili high before. I'm totally gonna get the chili high again. I
Hmm
100% am gonna get the chili high.
That's what I'm imagining is gonna happen to you. This is gonna be fun.
What aspects of your streaming personality do you feel are most aligned with your true self?
Honestly, the majority of it. I'm not gonna lie, the majority of it. I try to. Okay, when I'm, for lack of better terms, when I'm Astrid, air quote, um, in this model, I'm a little more outgoing.
Oh, nice.
For sure, a little bit louder. But unless somebody's riling me up elsewhere, I'm usually much more mellow and tame.
Ethereal to your IRL, says Jorm. Nice.
I don't think I could handle the horns, honestly. I'll take the tail. I think it'd be cute.
That would be cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a more outgoing, more quote aggressive. You can't see me being tame. Yeah, I'm a lot more mellow when I'm not being riled up or bullied. When I'm being riled up and bullied, it's a different story.
There you go. There you go. Chat bully? Never.
Never. They're innocent.
All right, I'm gonna load up another fork. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Bully to activate content mode. Pretty much. That's actually the best way to. Jordan nailed that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go ahead and. I'm gonna stir this last bit because oh my god. Oh dear. Okay.
How much do you have left, percentage-wise?
A little under half.
Okay.
I've been taking pretty decent bites.
Okay, I probably consumed about a third. Ooh. Yeah, I'm getting lightheaded, but that's the chili high. That's the chili high.
As long as you're being careful.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't overdo it. If you feel like you need to cut yourself off, please.
Oh. All right, good thing I'm naked.
You should
'cause
remind
I'm
everybody.
sweating. I'm sweating.
You should remind everybody that this is part of the charity incentive.
That's true. This is something you guys unlocked, and Mayvoxx was just kind enough to be like, well, I don't want you to do it alone. So, yes, we raised $1,185 for Make-A-Wish International. And as part of hitting one of those goals, milestones, I agreed to eat the 2x spicy noodles, which I don't know if I'll be doing this much more, man. Like, I'm going to have another charity stream in the summer. The SummerSlam. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know if I can do this again.
Well, if you don't want to do it, you can add me on there to do it. And I'll have to eat it all in like one sitting in under like 10 minutes or something like that.
That's all right.
I'll do it.
I would invite you to just join the SummerSlam yourself.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, they're always looking for VTubers. They're always looking for people to help fundraise. It's for a good cause, so I'll let you know.
I love doing fundraisers. I used to do them a lot. I used to do a lot of charity stuff. Actually, that was how I got started in streaming.
Wait, what? You got started streaming for charity?
Yep.
Tell the story.
So it's really funny. I was looking to get started into streaming, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Markiplier is.
Yep.
He ended up in the hospital.
Oh.
The first time. And he had been set to do a charity stream, but he had to postpone it because of his hospital stay. And so on Tumblr, yeah, this makes me sound old. I ran across a charity group that wanted to do a charity in his place. And so I was like, I could probably get in on that. And so they were looking for people to join in on their group to do stuff. And I messaged them and then I got in there.
Oh, wow.
So we did, I did charity through that group. And then someone that I met through that group started another group that was it was kind of like, oh my gosh, what is it called? It's slipping my mind right now. The charity stream that happens like twice a year that they do all the retro gaming and the speedrunning. GDQ and SGDQ. Games done quick. There it is. Got it. I got there. So they were kind of like that, but they did all retro games.
Oh, nice.
And so that's what they did, a lot of that. And then so a lot of the incentives that I was in on was like we did a speed run of Five Nights at Freddy's, like the original game. And the incentives was they would buy us shots.
Oh.
And so we were playing it drunk. Yeah, so we did a couple things like that. There was like a Rocket League incentive, like, because I didn't speedrun. They tried to get me to speedrunning, and I couldn't find any game that I wanted to end up hating. So that's how I got into streaming originally, was through charity campaigns and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well. All right. And Jorm said that Markiplier is the brother of a famous furry artist, Nutters.
Hilariously, I was friends with Tom before I knew about Mark.
There's a Tomaplier?
Yeah, Tom Fishbach. That's his brother. He does Two Kinds, which is the comic that Jorm's talking about.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I followed him as an artist for a while because I really liked how... Okay, so I found his comic on accident. And I liked his art progression. And he used to stream... This is another thing that's going to make me sound old. In Yahoo chat rooms. He used to stream in there. And so we would all hang out. And it was like maybe like 10 of us back in the day. And we would all hang out and watch him draw his comic in there. And we would all chat. So I was friends with him. And that's how I got to go to Comic-Con, actually.
What?
Yeah, it was because of Tom. I have weird connections, dude.
That is a weird one. Wow.
Yeah. Like, I contacted Tom, and Tom was like, contact this guy. And then someone dropped out to go do the Game of Thrones booth. And so I got to work with him and Mark for a weekend.
Oh, wait. So you've met him and Mark IRL?
Yep.
That's cool.
It was fun.
Is Mark as good looking in person?
Yeah. He also doesn't take care of himself.
Yeah?
No, I had to literally run for a hot dog because he forgot to eat because he was so focused on getting to his signing. No, he smells great. He was actually he hadn't eaten. All he had was coffee, and he was getting very dizzy. Yeah, and I was looking at him. I was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, have you eaten? He goes, no. And I'm like, Mark. And he was getting super dizzy. Like, he couldn't even stand up. So I had to literally sprint for a hot dog. It's the only time I've ever sprinted for food.
Sounds like my
And I got him the food, and he felt better afterwards. But
that's cool.
No. They're
Sounds
good
like
people.
my hero. Yes, people run. Very cool.
It's good times.
What do you miss most about being a cam streamer? And what do you prefer about being a VTuber? I got a cough.
I don't miss it.
You don't miss being a cam streamer at all? No aspects whatsoever.
I prefer VTubing.
Okay.
Actually, okay, so the only thing I do kind of miss was when I did crochet streams.
Oh, nice.
Because I would have a 2-cam setup. So I would have my face cam and my hand cam. I do miss doing the hand cam stuff. I don't think it would really be that big of a deal if I did it again. But I'm a little self-conscious, so I don't think I will.
Doing a hand cam? Okay. Okay. Very cool. All right, I'm going to load up another forkful. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do this.
See, Rory's, he's using the fork. I'm using chopsticks. Oops, I hit the mic with the chopsticks. Good job. I have maybe like 3 really big bites left.
Okay. All right, we'll space it out. Maybe do smaller bites.
Well, like I said, you don't have to finish all yours. I can take smaller bites.
That's fine. All right. How do you feel about the current state of the Twitch platform? Do you see any changes you'd like to see in the future? Mind you, you've been around a while, so you've seen quite the evolution of this platform.
I feel like I had an answer to this question. But it's been like a minute now, and it's just like everything that Twitch does, I just kind of go, well, classic Twitch, you know? Like, it doesn't really phase me as much anymore. I would like to see stability on their platform because sometimes it is not stable.
Yep.
And I would like to see less useless features and features that actually work. So consistency, definitely.
Yeah, I think the ads are they're getting out of control. They've got to trim the overhead. Like, I know
they definitely need to fix the stream together stuff too.
Oh, that's true. You look like
because
shit.
it is there. I think there's a memory leak or something in it sometimes.
Yep.
It's so bad. It is so bad. If they're gonna push that feature, they really need to fix it.
True. They need A1 encoding. True. Geofracture games. Yeah. What would oh, excuse me. If you could change something on the platform, what would it be?
If I could change something other than fixing the stream together.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like they just really need to clean up a lot of what's already existing. Like, they don't need to be changing the UI. They don't need to be changing the whatever, something at the bottoms at the top. They don't need to change all that. I think it's fine.
Yep.
Especially because it's been the same for years. Why would you change it now?
True.
I think they just clean up the little things. Like, sometimes, like, especially going through like the creator dashboard, I feel like I have to click 47 things to find what I'm looking for.
True.
And I don't know if it's just me with my bad memory or if it's just because it's very unorganized.
It's kind of thrown together. But then again,
yeah,
if they change it, then I'm like, ah, crap, well, they moved it. I'm going to be even more mad.
Yeah, they need to clean some stuff up.
Okay. All right. I realized I copied the wrong message, but that's okay. Let's talk about art and creativity. How did you first get involved in art, and what inspired you to make it an essential part of your streaming content?
So I used to, back in, oh my gosh, high school, I think. So I wasn't really much into art in, actually, middle school. It was middle school because there was a class in middle school, but it was an art class, obviously, where we had to grid out a comic strip or a panel of a comic strip. And we had to replicate the comic strip like on a bigger canvas. And I was able to replicate my little comic panel almost 1-to-1, like near 1-to-1. My art teacher was like, how did you do that? I was like, I don't know. So unfortunately, I have a really good replicating skill. So whenever I draw, if I use a reference, I promise you, it almost looks like I traced it, but I did not.
Oh, wow.
It's that bad. And so it's like, whenever I use a reference, I try to like look at it and then close it and try to never look at it again. Because it looks really, really bad. But otherwise, yeah, human Xerox machine pretty much. Wow. So otherwise, I don't like to use references unless I absolutely have to, because just the way that I can almost 1-to-1 something. So if I try to draw normally, it's very difficult for me to find a style because, again, replication machine, basically.
Oh, wow.
Like I can't, and the thing is, it's like I can replicate cartoon-based things. I can't replicate humans. Like I can't sit there and try to like sketch out a person or anything like that. I can kind of do it with paint splotches. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. Like my art style is all over the place. That's why I prefer crafts that involve my hands. So crochet, clay, things like that.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't really lean into the digital art much anymore.
Wow. So you do clay as well as crochet?
Yeah, I've made I did a lot of clay sculpting. Actually, I did a lot of clay, what is that called? Like foam crafting. Because I used to cosplay a lot. So I would make my own accessories, my own props. And I would make it a lot with clay, sculpty, foam, things like that.
Oh, you're a cosplayer too?
Oh, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
I cosplayed for like almost 10 years.
What?
It is a very expensive hobby.
Can you make hybrid clone art? I.e. two things mushed together, says Geoparty Games.
I mean, I could try.
Wow. 10 years of cosplayer. You've gone to plenty of cons. You've done cons with Markiplier. That's crazy.
Yeah, I used to be really pretty well known in some of the Eastern-based conventions.
Wow. Oh, that's right. You were almost the featured cosplayer. Or was no?
You mean when I was almost a mascot?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mascot. Yeah,
I was almost a mascot. Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
In hindsight, now that I'm looking at myself, I think it's the same hairstyle, minus the glow.
That's cool.
That's eerie. I didn't realize I did that. I think it's close. It's the same hair color for sure.
That's impressive. Okay. You've done crochet and painting in the past. How do you decide which creative outlet to focus on during stream?
It really just depended on what I felt like doing that day. If I was working on a crochet project, because I used to write my own crochet patterns as well, then I would work on that. But if my tendonitis was giving me too much of a problem, I would work on painting. Or because the thing is with painting is that I didn't like to ruin canvas. And so that was my biggest thing is my idea good enough to put on canvas? And so I would pre-sketch it on a piece of paper. And if I liked the sketch, then I would transfer it to canvas and then paint on it. Not a lot ended up on canvas.
Okay. And then crochet, is it mostly like animals or objects? Clothing?
Mostly it's called, oh my gosh, what is it called? Amigurumi, I think is what it's called. So like dolls, animals, like little plushies made out of crochet.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you knit at all?
Pardon?
Do you knit at all? Knit?
No. So learning knitting, it's like a lot of people say if you can learn to knit, you probably won't be able to crochet. If you can learn to crochet, you probably won't be able to knit. It's very rare to find somebody who can do both. No, I don't make voodoo dolls. You want me to send you some pictures actually? I posted some in Miles' Discord recently.
Yeah, we can take a look at that later. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I knit and crochet, by the way.
You do both?
I do both, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it's so rare to find somebody who can actually do both.
Yeah, when you don't do either well, then that's fine.
I'm sure you're great.
My mom does both expertly, says Box TV. Got those cheating.
Jealous.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
I know.
awesome.
Yeah,
Oops.
I think my grandmother could do both, actually.
That's really cool.
Or
I actually learned from my old boss where I was working on how to crochet.
Or like they know how to knit and then they can use crochet hooks to repair knits and different things.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. Hacks. Nice. All right. How does your artistic process translate into your VTubing persona? Do you incorporate art into your character design?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in a way, yes and no. Because adding like my freckles and my spots and stuff like that, I don't really define that personally as art. But I
No, but
have
your whole
been
model is a work of
debating.
art, in my opinion.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, adding the freckles and the spots was definitely a process. I have been debating giving her a tattoo for a while. I think that'd be cool. So that might be a really cool art process to put in.
Wait, do you have
But yeah.
tattoos IRL?
Oh, I have. Yes, I do. I have 4 tattoos. 5. I have 5. I had to count them.
Cheese of Bread says do it.
I might. We'll see. Because I've been thinking like ethereal vein kind of tattoos, like magic looking things. We'll see. I'm debating it still.
We'll get to the RP stuff in just a moment, Ultimation. We'll get to it. We'll hold that question. Give her an anime girl tattoo? Sure. That sounds great, AI Royce. Okay. What advice would you give to aspiring artists who want to start streaming their creative process?
Do it.
Just do it.
It seems so silly, but just literally do it, because you're gonna overthink it, and you're not gonna want to do it. So you just do it. Just be careful on how you capture your screens, and go for it. Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, in fact, I saw yesterday. I saw Beppo machining. I thought that was kind of cool. That's kind of
Machining?
Yeah, like he had machining aluminum. Like took a huge block of aluminum so it could be like cut and shaped into what he needed it to be.
Oh,
It was actually pretty cool.
yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah.
What was I doing all day yesterday? Working. Never mind. I was working all day yesterday.
My stream is held together by string, and I'm still enjoying it. Nice, GeoFresh Games.
I feel that.
Yep. Has your audience feedback ever influenced your art style or streaming content?
Yes.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Quite a bit, actually. Yeah, like that ASMR stream I have coming up.
Yep. Why don't you tell people who are not aware of your upcoming ASMR stream the lore?
So I'll tell you how it actually came about. Is that Rory's was doing an ASMR stream, and Smokescreen was in Rory's chat going, May, ASMR stream when? And we know, like, okay, so granted, we're all like close and we all hang out, we have the same communities. It's still not kosher to do something like that in somebody else's stream, bro. And so my anxiety was through the roof. And he was like, we'll do 30 gifted. And I was like, okay, we'll split it. Give Rory's 15 and give me 15. And we'll talk about it. My mistake.
Yep.
Was that I was like, oh, he won't do it. Technically, he didn't do it. Not Smokescreen did it. But you know what I mean.
Yep.
So, ASMR streams on Tuesday. Mm-hmm.
Classic, yeah. That was a classic Smokescreen. No, not
Smokescreen.
Could come out of nowhere.
He cornered me.
Yep.
And Rory's was like, she's gonna do it. I'm gonna make her do it. So she was not helping.
Nice. So Tuesday. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Tuesday. I think I put 1 p.m. Maybe 2 p.m. I don't remember. Somewhere about that time. Eastern.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have a dentist appointment in the morning, so I need something to counter my dentist appointment anxiety.
Oh man, what if you're still Novocaine?
Oh, it won't be like that. It's just I think general cleaning.
Okay. There you go.
And so they can look at my mouthpiece.
There you go. All right. Let's load up some noodles.
Okay.
Take a half bite. Take a half bite, so you still have like 6 left or 5 left after this one.
Okay, yep. I will take a baby bite.
What's going on, Factor? We're eating 2x spicy noodles together. Geofracture Games hates. Oh yeah, you're at the bottom where it all sticks.
Why did the baby bite kill me?
The red.
Oh, no.
The red. Oh. All right, let's talk about. You touched on something that, is one of your daily struggles, and that's your personal experience with PCOS. Can you explain what PCOS is for people that aren't familiar with it?
Sure. So PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
Let me say that slower, actually. I say that way too fast every time. Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
So poly being multiple, cysts on the ovaries. In the easiest way I can describe it, on a sonogram, the ovary looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
Ouch.
In the most basic way that I can describe it, I have kids in the basement and they don't want to leave. A bunch of basement dwellers. That is the best way to explain it. The cysts are not painful, but they can be. So if you know anybody by chance that might have it at some point, you might see them cramp. Like they'll like cramp up, like they'll like hold their stomach or whatever. Yeah. They can be painful, and it's worse when they burst.
Oh, they burst. Bursting
can happen, and it feels like somebody has stabbed you and you want to black out. Like it's very, very painful. I've only had it happen to me once. I hope to God it never happens again. It was probably one of the worst experiences in my life, and I had my gallbladder almost explode on me.
Ouch.
So
Ouch.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But it's nothing that they can really do about it. Yeah. So as of right now, there is no cure for PCOS. They might be able to laser down some big ones, but they really don't offer much other than birth control for it. I did read a couple years ago there might be some clinical trials for a cure for it, but that's still we're not going to see that for another 10 years easily.
I have some friends who have been bedridden regularly. Scared the hell out of me, says Wordstone. Oh, interesting.
Yes. So PCOS, what it causes a lot of is a hormone imbalance. Women with PCOS will typically have higher levels of testosterone. Their estrogen levels are normal. It's just that their testosterone is higher. In my case, mine is so significantly high. I have the testosterone level of a man.
Oh, wow.
That being said, I was born a woman. Like I am a woman genetically all the way through.
Okay.
So it's just that my T levels are very high. I'm currently on medication to bring them down. The medication for that, by the way, is what they would typically give male patients to treat testicular cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, but in very low doses compared to the higher doses that men would normally take for the treatment. So side effects of PCOS, you typically is weight gain, uncontrollable weight gain. So I breathe and I gain weight. It happens. There was a time in my life where my doctor had me on 1 shake a day and exercise to try and lose weight. It didn't work. It was awful.
Oof.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. So it is very, very stubborn on letting you lose weight, and putting on weight is very easy. So I have to watch my diet. I'm very careful with the things I eat, and I barely eat as it is, which is a major issue. So I'm not like 400 pounds, but I'm definitely not petite. So I'm a curvy woman. Let me think of what else. You also get things like unwanted body hair. Typically, it's facial hair. I do deal with the facial hair aspect. It is very annoying, especially when society deems that women should be basically hairless. So it is a daily issue for me to take care of.
You have a whisker that pops out every once in a while.
Oh no, it's more than a whisker. If I let it go, I could probably grow a beard.
Wow.
Yeah, and there are women out there who actually proudly grow their beards. I could not do it. Cheers for them. I could not do it. I don't like it. Even a single hair in it makes me irritated. So there's the facial hair, the weight gain, infertility is the biggest issue as well. Yeah, it is not fun. And if you sorry guys for being blunt, super heavy cycles, like super heavy periods, and completely irregular. To express to you how bad it was, imagine your female friend who is like, I'm having the worst period of my life, and extend that for 6 months.
Oh, like nonstop.
Yeah. Nonstop. So yeah, I used to have it really bad. I've had some surgery done, so I don't really have to deal with that problem anymore. Thank God. It almost put me in the hospital way too many times. Actually, it put me in the hospital several times because I was severely anemic. So
yeah, losing that blood.
Storm.
Yep. Severely. Yeah, I assumed that would make you anemic.
Yeah.
Namori once saw an older lady with a beard, and then Temptic went ahead and took your advice, and he tried out Vignon, and he's liking it.
Yeah, Vignon takes a little bit of finagling, but once you get it, it's great.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah. Sorry if I made you guys uncomfy, but it's really good information for you guys to know, for any lady friends or future partners or whatever.
That's
it's very good for you to know, be informed,
so that symptoms.
If they're ever in that situation, you are, you can help.
Yeah, if they have heavy periods and unexplained weight gain, it could be PCOS. Okay. Okay. What is better, this or the tampon story? Oh,
this is educational.
This is educational for sure. All peoples have some issue. True, Texas. True. What was the process like when you first received your PCOS diagnosis?
Boy, let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
I was 12.
Wow, at 12 you got diagnosed?
I was 12, yes, because I got...
That means you must have hit puberty really early. At 12?
I was 11 turning 12, yes.
What?
Yeah, kids are having them even earlier now. I've heard of kids having them hitting puberty at 10. It's getting lower and lower. It's really scary, actually. But yeah, I was like 11 turning 12. And a couple months in, I started to notice everything was irregular. And I was like, Mom, something's wrong. But I had actually gone to a psychiatrist for some other stuff. And they were like, we think she has like a hormone imbalance. You should go have her checked out. And when I got there, they were like, yeah, you have PCOS. You're never going to be able to have kids.
Oh, wow.
That's what they told me straight out at the doctor's appointment.
When you're 12.
Mind you, yes, when I was 12, mind you, the only thing I ever wanted in life at that time was to be a mom.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And they were already testing me for depression. They definitely made it like 10 times worse. So, yeah. That's what they told me at 12 years old. And I was like, okay, thanks.
That's horrible. Also, Mild is blaming all the hormones injected into her food.
You know what, Mild? You're not wrong. I've been saying that for years. The stuff that they put in, like, the hormones they put in, like, chicken to make the chickens bigger. I'm pretty sure it's part of the issue because PCOS has become a increasing thing. Back in the day, it wasn't that bad, but now over the years, it's just increasing and increasing and increasing. I'm the first woman in my family to have PCOS.
I wonder if it's if it's that or the fact that now we're starting to record medical data way better.
It could be that too. It could be that too because everybody's like, oh, you know, since the pandemic, everybody's got like ADHD. Haha. It's like, no, it's not because of the pandemic. It's because you guys are recording it. It's because everybody's realizing, oh, wait, something's wrong, and actually having time to go to the doctor.
Actually, I'm from a Mexican family. You're probably the same. Like, nobody goes to doctors unless you're dying.
Yep. Unless you are absolutely dying, your arm's falling off, you are not going to the damn doctor.
Yep.
We'll put some beaks on it and call it a day.
Yep. Oh, and meanwhile, Miko's telling the tampon story. She must have heard us talking.
Her ears were burning. She's like, period.
Period. Blood. Must talk about the blood jellies. So they've accumulated since about 70 years? Interesting. Okay. So that was a devastating diagnosis at the age of 12. Yikes.
Yep. And since then, I have given up on the whole mom thing. I think it's about 2 years ago now, I had my tubes removed.
Oh. Tubes are gone.
Yep. It was mostly because I was in a really, really bad place a couple years before. Depression wise, where to be blunt, it was really bad. Like it was really, really, really bad. And so once I actually got out of that specific hole, I talked to my doctor and I was like, I don't know if experiencing loss would be a good thing for me. And so I told her I wanted them taken out, and she was like, sure. And so we had them taken out. And if I ever do get around to wanting kids again, I can either go through the in vitro process, but honestly, I'd rather adopt.
Okay. But you still have the ovaries.
Yes, I still have the ovaries because they didn't want to remove it because they're like, we don't want you to go through early menopause. But honestly, I have hot flashes daily anyways. Like, come on now. So it's basically the same thing, but.
It was crazy. As I talked to the mama cat, and when she was done, when she had me, she was done. So they tied her tubes. But they like checked her out. Her body absorbed them. She no longer has the ovaries or the tubes.
What?
Yeah. They're gone. They're absorbed.
Her body said, you're done, literally. What?
Done, literally. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. They're gone.
Wow.
I mean,
I think your mom might be a medical enigma. That's crazy, dude.
What the shit? Yeah, they're gone. Yeah. I mean, she's very much older. Like, that was, yeah.
Wow. I'm kind of jealous.
Well, it was kind of one of those things that, like, they were done 2 kids prior to me. And like late in life, surprise, Gato's here. So yeah, the mama cat's way older. So
that's crazy. That is really interesting.
like to give you a sense, like my parents retired when I was in the Shinobi Academy.
Wait, they retired?
Yeah, they're that age. Wow.
That yeah, no wonder they absorbed it. They're like, what are you doing, lady?
Yeah. Like, why are you still making kittens? You were done making kittens like decades ago. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those like medical mystery type of things.
That's wow. That's cool.
All
Like,
right.
that's cool and also crazy. I went to medical school, so all this is like very interesting to me.
My dad retired last year. Yes.
Jeez.
But I imagine, Nomori, you're not still in the Shinobi Academy, aka high school. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Wait. You can't just drop a factoid like that.
You caught it.
Med school. You went to med school?
I went to medical school for medical assisting.
Okay.
I didn't graduate because the school I was going to was a bit of a scam. And they wanted $6,000 out of pocket to redo one class. because the place I went for my externship, they abused me. So,
Huh?
yeah.
Wait, so you were gonna be like a PA, physician's assistant?
hmm
Have the white coat
Well,
and everything?
medical assisting was more like back-end computer kind of stuff, like records and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Basie. How are you? They're kind of all scams true, Beppo.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Also, Beppo, I saw your stream yesterday. That was cool, you machining stuff. That was cool to watch. I was telling Mayvoxx about it.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
So would you ever go back and finish it elsewhere or a different school? Or is
I
that just...
think I would have to start over because I've been out for so long. I probably wouldn't at this point because I'm almost done paying off the student loan.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, I regret not finishing, but I didn't have $6,000 out of pocket, and they wanted it out of pocket, and I couldn't even get a student put it on my student loans. They were like, it has to be, you know, like you have to swipe your card. I was like, yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't have that money anyway. And so I dropped out. I was at the end. I was at the very end.
Is that university still around? Or is
Nope.
it one of those that got closed?
Yep, it got closed. There was a whole lawsuit and stuff against them too, and I never really heard back about it because I did apply for it because I was like, I would love to get refunded everything I've spent, but I haven't heard back.
Interesting. Wait, is that to get into something like that? That means you have an educational background elsewhere?
No, the school was specifically for medical assisting.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I learned. Honestly, I probably could have used the knowledge that I got in there to get into phlebotomy, which is specifically like blood related stuff, like blood draw and whatnot. But I didn't.
And now you don't want to go in the med industry?
No, I'm glad. I'm kind of glad I didn't because of COVID.
Wow.
But my biggest draw to getting into there anyway was the fact that every time you go to a freaking doctor, they give you some kind of useless BS excuse to not run your tests or like properly check you out. Like your arm could be falling off detached from your body, and they're like, "Oh, just put an ice pack on it." And I'm like, "Hello? That's not how that works." So that was my biggest frustration. Is that the number of times, especially me, like I've had to push to be able to actually get any kind of medical treatment for anything is ridiculous. And so it's like, I was hoping to be one of those people that actually listened to their patients.
So you wanted to be educated on how to defeat the medical the paperwork slash demons.
Yeah.
And then be skilled enough into it.
It would be mostly back end
and help others
stuff, but it would also be occasionally I would be able to step into the office and like help with procedures and whatnot. Like that was being trained in all of it.
Oh wow. Interesting. And then that school's no longer around. Wow.
Yep.
All right. Well, we deviated quite a bit, so let's talk a little bit more about PCOS. Are there any misconceptions about PCOS that you often encounter, and how have you addressed them?
I think a lot of the misconceptions with PCOS is just people being uninformed. Like just 100% being uninformed. Just people saying like, "Oh, well, you gain weight because you're lazy." It's like, no, I gain weight because that's what my freaking medical condition does. Like, and that's not an excuse. It's literally what it does. If you read it, that's basically the number one, problem with it is the weight gain. Like I could be on the treadmill for 47 hours a day. No, that's not how that works, but it's near impossible. It's very difficult.
You have negative calorie deficits every day and still gain weight.
Yeah. Like I said, I was on a one protein shake a day and exercising. And my doctors were like, "Well, I guess you're just not trying hard enough." And I was like, "Dude, you literally have records of everything. And you're telling me I'm not trying hard enough?" And this was to get a lap band surgery originally.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Interesting. Okay.
So I think it's just a lot of the misconceptions is just misinformation.
Okay, and then with the Latino family, I'm sure they don't quite understand, and they probably don't think it's a big deal.
Thankfully my mom understands.
Okay.
Yeah, thankfully, because I mean, obviously being a woman. And we did a
Bench
lot of
hormones.
research and studying together. So they understand that it's not a matter of me not trying, it's just a matter of me having to fight myself, basically.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Have you found any particular lifestyle changes or routines helpful in managing PCOS symptoms?
I found, believe me or not, keto works really well.
Oh, okay.
When I went keto for a while, it helped a lot. With a lot, it helped a lot. Like my skin was better. I felt pretty good, but it's because it's like a very high protein diet. Um, I don't do keto as much. I do try to stick to some of it, but I have a carb weakness, and I like rice.
Yep.
So, but I limit my carbs and rice intake as much as I can. You know, being Hispanic.
Yep. And then you're eating carbs today.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's load up some noodles. Half bite. Let's do a half bite. So you got 4 more after this. I'm gonna try to make a dent here. Ha! Ha! Ha!
I feel like it gets easier when it's cold.
I will agree with that. I will agree with that, because when it's hot, you probably breathe more, or you smell it more. That's probably
I think
what
that's
it
why I
is.
got the hiccups so bad earlier.
Yeah, when it's piping hot.
That first bite.
That first bite. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Medical and emotional impact. How has living with PCOS impacted your mental health, and what strategies have you found helpful for maintaining emotional well-being?
Well, my what's what I'm looking for? My self-image, what's it called? What is it called? Like oh my god.
Perception? Self-perception?
Yeah, like your self-image of yourself or whatever. It's low for me. Like for me it's low. And I've gotten kind of used to that at this point. Self-esteem. Thank you, Dorm. My self-esteem is very low when it comes to my body image. And like I said, I've gotten used to that at this point. It's more of a slowly learning to not care what other people think situation. I've had a lot of positive influences in the last couple of years to help me with that. And I think that's probably what's helped. I kind of like rock this I have a cute face and that's all I need. I have a cute face and a nice voice and I can get by. So yeah, I just kind of have gotten used to that thought process. It's something I wish I had learned a lot earlier, is to just not care what people think. But when you're raised, I don't know how how it was for you, Gato, but for me, my mom was always like, your first impression is the only impression that you'll ever that you need to make, and you have to maintain that first impression forever. So it's like you can't leave the house without looking good. You can't leave the house without, hair, makeup, the best clothes that you have. Even if you're just going to Walmart to get some eggs, like you have to go out to the nines. And it's just, I've had that ingrained in my brain for years.
Interesting. No, like my parents are older, so by the time I rolled around, they're like, do whatever the fuck you want. You get look however you want. You get a girl pregnant, you're gonna have to figure out how to raise that baby. Like, they were just done. Like, just done. That's such a contrast between the first litter and then my litter, you know?
Hmm.
Such a contrast. They were super protective. And by me, they didn't give no fucks no more. So interesting. Okay. Um they're like fuck up and find out. Exactly. Yep. Oh. Surprisingly, I did not get anyone in burgers. All right. Um, ooh, I know this is a tough question. So, have you had to advocate for yourself within the medical system? What advice would you give someone or give to others in similar situations? Ooh, that's a loaded question.
I hate to say it, go full Karen.
Go full Karen.
But okay, maybe not full Karen. Go like 80% Karen. Like you don't want to do the whole "I demand to see a manager" kind of situation, but definitely try to find a person that'll get you up the chain and keep working your way up the chain until you can get to somebody who will go, "Okay, I see what you're saying. You're making sense," and at least try to work with you in order to find the what you're looking for. So, like for me, when I was in the hospital several times because of my PCOS, I told them, I was like, I need something more than birth control because birth control is not doing it. But they didn't want to. They wouldn't even want to humor that conversation.
Yeah,
And
that's more
so
paperwork.
I would go. I was like, okay, well, who can I talk to above you? No offense, that can help me look at something else. And so that's what I kept doing. And then I eventually got to like the head of OBG, and I was like, look through my files. This is my situation. Birth control's not cutting it. I need help. And then she was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And so she was able to get me to where I needed to go. And I think a bunch of people down the chain got chewed out. So just try your best to see if you can't find another avenue. Because there's somebody out there who'll definitely eventually help you.
No more asks, May, do you usually take fights for your rights or do you let them be? Or do you usually fight for your rights?
I fight. I have to fight. I've had to fight my entire life, basically.
That's the American healthcare system now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you actively have to.
You have to fight.
You have to fight. Like it's literally a boss fight 24/7 when it comes to your own personal healthcare. Because the insurance companies are doing. They're doing their thing. Like they are gonna fight tooth and nail, so they don't have to pay a single cent. Like because that's what they want to do to raise profits.
Yep. Like even when I go see my my regular doctor, I'll ask her like, hey, this is a concern that I have. And she'll be like, oh, well, I don't think it needs to be a concern. And I was like, okay, that's great. That's your opinion. If I went and saw a specialist about this, what would their opinion be on the matter? And she's like, you're right. They would run some tests and et cetera, et cetera. She's like, okay, let me get you to a specialist. So because it's like when I have a concern about something, it's because I'm not stupid. So like if I have a concern, it's a genuine concern. It's a problem, a noticeable problem. Let me get to a specialist. I had to do that for to go get a colonoscopy because my brother was having a lot of gastrointestinal issues, and he came back with dozens upon dozens of polyps. And at first I had pushed because I had some, gastrointestinal stuff that was going on. But she was like, oh, well, you're too young to get a colonoscopy, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, my brother is 5 years younger than me. He just got one. And then shortly afterwards, his results came back and they're like, none of these are cancerous, but you had like 40 of them, bro. Like he had a lot. Yeah. So I had to go back and I was like, hey, this is a problem, isn't it? She goes, ooh, I should have given you that specialist. I was like, yeah, let's go. And so they did find polyps when I went. I didn't have 40 of them. I had like maybe 4. And they came back non-cancerous. But now it's like my dad has to go get checked out and all that stuff because it's apparently genetic problem.
Oof. Mm-hmm. Pebble says GI medicine in general is still a dark ass science. True.
Good pun.
Yep.
True and a pun.
The problem is there's no money in it. Like my girlfriend had Crohn's disease, and with all the medications were for rheumatoid arthritis or however it's spelled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's messy.
Thank
it's
goodness
very
not
messy.
cancerous. True, Allred. True.
Mm-hmm.
but still not great. Have a bunch of
Mhm.
polyps. Can
Yeah.
you describe polyps for somebody that might not know what polyps are?
What is the best way to describe a polyp? Um, it's they're abnormal growths within the tissue lining of any part of your the digestive tract. It's like a clump of cells. They're normally nothing, but they can develop into cancer if you're not careful.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So that's why if you have any kind of like GI issues, get checked out. It could be something as simple as IBS, or it could be something worse. So I had to get a colonoscopy done. They found the polyps, they test them, and they'll do that, and they'll make you come back like every 6 years.
Oof.
Depending on the severity of the polyps.
It's kind of not yours. It's kind of like a mole wart type thing, but inside.
Yes.
Says
Mhm.
Joram. Thank you, Joram.
Yep.
Interesting.
Thank you, Joram.
Okay. All right, and then let me ask a social community question based on PCOS. So, having PCOS has affected your relationship with friends, families, or partners?
In a way, yes, and in a way, no.
Okay.
Because the only reason I say yes is because, like I mentioned before, I sometimes have pains. I sometimes have hot flashes. There are times where I just randomly feel sick for no damn reason, and I know it's the PCOS. But sometimes it shuts me down almost completely. So if like I make plans with people, it's like I'm canceling very often. And I feel bad, but it's just like kind of a roll of the dice if I'm going to be feeling good or bad. So it's very difficult normally for me to make plans.
Okay. And then partners? Has that impacted relationships?
I wouldn't say so, other than me limiting myself because of like I said, my self-esteem. Yeah, I think it's mostly me limiting myself. I'm also very picky though.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you also have to have that uncomfortable conversation about children, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Alright, let's load up a half bite. And let's do it. Alright, so you probably have like 3 more maybe after that?
3 big bites. If I do small bites, I could probably make 4. I'm having a hard time scooping them up though.
You're right. Cold makes it easier. I didn't think about that. It's
I might have to buy another one of these and make this cheesy corn stuff and actually load it on top and just eat it together, because this is really good.
No, together it's delightful. Without it, it's pain. It's pain. Are you guys avoiding the soup? What are you talking about?
So, North, the directions on this actually require you to dump all the water out.
Yeah, you drain the noodles and then you just kind of like coat them with the fire sauce.
Yep. It says after 4 minutes, drain all the water. And when I read that, I was like, are you kidding me? What? I thought there was going to be a soup.
Yep. Yep, dry noodles, yep. Alright, and I think we talked about let's talk about looking ahead. What advice would you give someone who's just been diagnosed with PCOS?
Don't drown in a shot glass of water. It's not the end of the world. There are alternatives. There is potential, like especially for the infertility stuff. You just have to wrap your mind around that if you are trying to conceive or do conceive, be it whatever method you do use, that the chance of loss is there. It is a very high risk pregnancy. But there have been plenty of women that have had successful pregnancies with PCOS.
So ramen isn't casseroles. The way they make the bulldog, they drain the water. Like it's It's the noodles and then the cheese corn. That's the
Yeah, the
traditional
cheese corn
Korean.
stuff is that's a traditional thing.
That is the traditional Korean way.
Oh.
Oh.
I put mine on the side because I wanted to taste the noodles straight out because I'm a masochist, I guess. It's going really well though.
All right. Are there any personal goals or milestones you are working toward that inspire you to keep pushing through the difficulties of PCOS?
Goals and milestones in general?
Yeah.
Definitely the weight loss thing. I'm still trying to lose weight. I have a. Give me a second. I had a ramen burp. I'm trying to lose a good chunk of weight before TwitchCon. Like that's my big goal right now. I'm going to push myself harder than I've ever pushed myself before to lose weight before TwitchCon. I just want to see how low I can get because I know what my lowest has been in recent years, and I really I have a goal I want to hit, and as the ultimate goal. And if I hit that before TwitchCon, I actually might cry. It's like my life, my lifelong goal to hit this very specific point. So I'm really excited to try, extra hard.
Very cool. Very cool. I guys heard it here. You want to low-key meet Mayvoxx? You may or may not see her at TwitchCon.
Well, I'll be there. It's happening. I'm gonna go.
Nice.
You just have to find me.
Yeah, good job finding her. Good luck. Good luck. All right. So as part of my charity thing, I have to play Final Fantasy 14.
You do?
And you are a huge fan.
I am.
Of Final Fantasy 14. You've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for over 8 years. What do you love most about the game?
The story. The story, hands down. I love the story so much. And the community is really great too. But hands down the story. I'm in it for that story, man. It's been an insane ride. The Endwalker expansion ended the original story, and now we're on a new story. And it's been a wild ride. I love it.
Ulti says she's lying. She loves the character models and the boobas they have.
It's a bonus.
That's an added bonus. What is that bonus?
It's a bonus.
Also, I'll probably reach out to you on how to make the hottest cat girl possible.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
When I make my character.
Are you gonna be a cat girl?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
On brand. Okay, May, be real. How much naughty fan fiction do you read per week? Says Sororities. Okay.
I write fan fiction in my head.
Jordan wants to know, how do you feel about Walk Lamont?
I love her. I love her so much. I know there are a lot of people who don't like her, but I love her. I think she and I relate a lot. I think that's probably why I adore her so much.
Yeah, we're fine, GB. We're behaving. We're behaving. How did you first get involved in Final Fantasy 14, and what was your initial impression of the game?
So it was my friends that I met through streaming. Oops, I hit the mic. That I met through streaming, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna play some Final Fantasy 14," and I was like, "Oh, that's a pay-to-play MMO. Why would you do that?" And they're like, "Just come try the free trial." I was like, "Okay." I was hooked within the day.
Oof.
I was invested within the day, and I was like, "Oh no!" And so I had joined around the time that they had their Christmas event going on. Oh my god, it was so much fun. I got so invested so quickly, and so I think I played for about 2 weeks before I finally just buckled down and bought it. Bought it, and I got everything.
Nice. Nope. We're on the Final Fantasy segment ultimation. We will get to the RP segment in a few more questions. I'm going to start playing at Final Fantasy again. Maybe I can get a higher level than 5 this time, says ultimation.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we got him in there once. He made a Catboy.
Oh?
He made a Catboy. And yeah, he only got to level 5. Just never logged in again.
That's what I'm afraid of is, I have an addictive personality. and I feel like Final Fantasy 14 could easily suck me in. I'm really worried about that.
I think you'll be okay.
Cat boys are cute, but bunny boys are better, says
The
Rose.
bunny boys are so K-pop. Right. They give K-pop boy vibes.
Well, yeah, Rory has a weakness for K-pop boys.
Yeah.
That gets Lady Boner up for sure. The base game is so boring, says Jorm.
The base game is a little bit of a drag, but I know that they've improved it. I haven't had a chance to run through the base game, but they do have New Game Plus, so I might give that a shot.
Oh. Why am I calling you out? Like, I only like 8 of them. Only 8, Rory's. Only 8.
Only 8 of them, but they're all in the same group, so.
Yep. And they're all gorgeous. All right, I'm going to take another half bite. Here we go.
Wait, did you, Aldi? Did I tell you to make a cat boy? I don't remember doing that. Did I do that? No, I feel like I would have told you to make an Aura, not a cat boy. Yeah, I would have told you to make a scaly lizard boy.
Otherwise, I'd just click random and be done with it. No, I made a bunny girl into a bunny boy and fell in love, says Royce. Damn. Damn. You instructed me over stream. All I wanted to do was press random. Okay.
I don't remember you making a cat boy. That's not my favorite. Because I would have asked you to make a lizard boy because they're really tall and I like them. I like them a lot. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Alright, Chibi. Alright, as a dancer in Final Fantasy XIV, what strategies do you use to excel in your role during raids and dungeons?
I use the ones that make people not die. Which I shouldn't because that messes up my rotation, but I do. Because usually whoever I'm so Dancer has this skill that basically tethers me to a person.
Okay.
And whatever buffs I use on myself will buff that person. So I usually want to get that to the highest person who does, the highest damage. But sometimes those people who are doing the highest damage, they're like, I don't have time to move out of this mechanic. And sometimes the healers are, doing other stuff. And so I have to pop my defense and healing to try to keep this guy alive. And so it messes up my damage output, but it keeps the other guy alive.
The parse, says Jar.
Yeah, the parse. I know. The last time I raided, I ended up parsing a lot lower than I should have because I kept trying to keep people alive. Just let them die so the healers learn their lesson. But it's not fair on the healers, man.
True. Dorm is all about the parse, Mr. Top Parser.
Yeah. When I was playing Bard back in the day, I did focus on parsing quite a bit because I was trying to improve my Bard performance. But I also had a MMO mouse with like 20 buttons on the side of it that made it a lot easier. I don't have that anymore.
Okay. All right. And Mayvoxx has given me a tour on her stream of her Final Fantasy house. Can you tell us about your Final Fantasy XIV house? What inspired the secret room and private dance club you created?
The broom closet. The broom closet was
explain it to everybody so they understand what the broom closet is.
So the broom closet was originally in my, for plain terms, guild house, and what it was you would go into the room, and it was literally the size of a broom closet, and so you had to clip your way through the wall to get to the other side, and it was a whole strip club. And so that was it originally, but now the current iteration of it is you walk in and it's fully open to you. But I still call it the broom closet because it was really funny.
Yes, you've heard it here.
That way, because people would be nosy and go see what the other rooms were, and they would be like, "Oh, it's just a literal broom closet." But if you were smart and clipped through the wall, you would see all the extra stuff behind it.
You heard it here, Gatos. She's officially got a private strip club at her house in Final Fantasy.
It's great. I love it.
It's like a VIP room all on its
Mhm.
own. Yep.
Mhm.
How do you balance playing Final Fantasy XIV with streaming? And do you find time to experience new content in the game?
So, unfortunately, I play Final Fantasy like once a week now. I used to do it a lot more often, but I don't anymore. When I streamed years ago, I used to stream Final Fantasy XIV as well, but because it is a lot of reading sometimes, I started doing the main content off stream when I started streaming this time. Because otherwise, I would sit there and read. It's like reading a novel, which I'm pretty sure most people would be like, "Oh, that's nice." You know, I don't mind listening. It'd be great background noise, but it's a lot of reading, and sometimes I just want to play the content. So, at least this last time I didn't do it. I might do it next time just to see how it goes. See how
So
you guys
much
feel
reading,
about it.
says North Star.
Hmm?
North Star says so much reading.
It is a lot of reading. So there's a lot of voice acting, but there's also a lot of like reading sections where you have to sit there and read. And when I read in my head, I hear the character voices. Out loud, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, we have to go and do, and try to do like all these accents and stuff. It's not happening.
And Ulti's confessing on you. He says, until recently, May was hooked on Final Fantasy. It was very hard to spend time with her, Sag.
I know.
Now she's with you guys playing the Phasmos. Display also true. Jorma tried, but I got super bored. It reminded me too much of WoW.
Well, see, the thing is that the director of the game, he has played World of Warcraft and a bunch of various MMOs. Like he's an MMO junkie. So he tries to streamline Final Fantasy so that anybody who jumps into it will be like, oh, I'm familiar with this. I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with this. I have a concept of this, so that it's easier for them to play. And he's made that very, very like public knowledge.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, when they encourage the devs to play other MMOs. Yep.
Yeah, when the devs are playing the MMO and other MMOs, it gives them ideas of what works well and what doesn't work well, which is probably why Final Fantasy has still got one of the best communities. It's got.
And the thing is, it's not just Final Fantasy that does it either. World of Warcraft has very recently taken a lot of pages out of Final Fantasy's book. So, I mean, it works all the way around. And I think it's really nice to see that kind of joint community amongst MMOs, because it's like the easier that you can, not the easier, but like, I guess, yeah, the easier you can make your MMO to play, the more likely you're going to have people to play it.
Star Trek Online?
Yeah, WoW is finally getting player housing.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
After how many years?
I gave up on Blizzard. I ain't giving them another penny. Fuck those guys. What is your favorite raid or dungeon in Final Fantasy, and why? 20 years.
My favorite raid
or dungeon.
Okay, so my favorite ultimate, I don't know how to explain it. My favorite boss fight. Okay. A lot of my favorite boss fights are in the Stormblood expansion, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're such a weeb. No, it's just that those are my favorites. There's one called Susano, and his whole thing is, I want to fight and we're gonna have fun about it. Let's go. I want to fight. Let's go. He's like super hyper and excited about it. That specific fight has a mechanic where he takes his it's like a broadsword. Is it a broadsword? It might be thinner than a broadsword, but his sword. And he slams it down, and you have to, as a tank, you run up and you grab it, and you have to hold it, your hands above your head, and keep him from actually like slamming the ground. And so you have to sit there and like slam your keyboard, like the quick time event.
Okay.
And so you slam your keyboard, and you're fighting him to keep him from pushing the sword all the way into the ground.
The best tank mechanic. Sounds like it.
Yeah, it is so cool. I love that fight so much. And then it's like that fight, and then there's one called Tsukiyomi, and her fight is so hard, but the story behind it is so good. So she went through a lot as a kid, and the beginning of that fight shows that. You have to actually fight her parents. You fight her parents, and you get to understand the pain that she went through. And then that fight transitions into her becoming Tsukiyomi, which is like the moon bunny goddess. And you have to like drop her specific moon meteors on specific colors. It's a very complex fight, but it is so fun. That one's very fun too.
So I'm in an MMO. Yes, you are, all right. And then Little Hollow says it's a lot of fun as tank. Looks really cool, says Jorm.
Yeah. Susanna was the first fight that I learned how to heal. I'm not a healer. I'm usually a DPS main, but that was the first fight I learned how to heal because I memorized the fight because it was that fun. Because there's a mechanic also where you have to jump from one side of the arena, kind of like you're playing jump rope.
Oh.
So you jump over, and then the other side of the arena that you jumped away from has like a lightning floor effect. So if you stand in it, you're gonna get damaged. And then that effect goes away, then you have to jump back over, and then the other side you escape does the same thing. So it's like a jump rope mechanic. It's so fun. God, that's such a fun fight. Dungeon wise, I can't remember the name of the dungeon right now, but for your playlist, for your video game playlist, I sent you the song.
Yep.
And that song's in that dungeon, and it's so fun. That dungeon's my favorite because every time we load into that dungeon, we end up dancing and singing more than we fight, and so we die a lot.
Oh wow.
But it's great. The music in that game is great.
Yep. And then you have a house in Final Fantasy, and then Ulti asked a very good question. Was it Final Fantasy that had a huge waiting thing to get a house, like a Gamba system?
Yes.
Like, having real estate means a lot in that game, right?
Yes. So originally back in the day, it was first come, first serve. If you saw the plot that was open, you had to run to it and claim it. Then they moved to a timed window system where if you saw the house, you could walk up to the plot. And if you were within the open time window system, which was hidden, by the way, you could try and get the house. The thing is, because it was hidden, people would spend 12, 14, 16, 18 hours standing in front of the plot, just spamming the placard over and over and over and over again, hoping to hit that window. Now it's a lottery system. You walk up to that placard, you pay upfront the cost of the house, and then you come back later and see if you won. And if you didn't win, you just get your money back.
Oh, wow. Literally lottery to get real estate in the game.
Yeah, it's rough. It's because it's there's not a lot of property, and there are some people who were abusing mechanics to own entire wards. So places with like 40 houses, and you would own like 25.
Ouch.
Because people were abusing the system. Yeah, because way back in the day, we used to have real estate agents. They would go and they would claim all these properties and then come back and be like, well, if you want the property, you're gonna have to pay the cost, and you have to pay the realtor fee, and then they would charge you. They would upcharge you like millions a gil.
Ouch. Ouch. It's like a scam within a scam. Yikes.
Yep.
George saying, can they just make more housing plots? It costs them nothing.
So there was a game, I can't remember what MMO I played, where you could get a house and you were like on your own private floating island. I wish they would adopt that system somehow.
Yep.
Or give you an option to have wards with friends. So like you could have a ward that you could teleport to, like a magical realm, and it's just like you could have all your friends in your same neighborhood. Or something like that. I think I would have loved that.
This is why in GTRP, limited prices of houses so the realtor can scam and take all. Yikes.
Yep.
Hard for everyone now. It's kind of funny how like it's almost like real life. Like can't we just have more affordable housing?
Yeah. But now they're making it so that even if you have a small house, because the big thing, everybody wants the big ones. That's like the constant fight. Everybody wants the big ones. But now they're making it that even if you have the small one, you can get the interior of a big one. So you can make your house a TARDIS. So it's bigger on the inside. They're making it that way. So it's going to be soon TM.
Nice.
I'm excited.
You could have all your friends in the same ward. It would be way better. Yeah, if everyone, like, they just had a bunch of TARDIS doors right next to each other, that'd be cool. Don't remind me how bad housing is. LA is gonna get worse. True, North Star. True.
Yeah.
Something like that coming to the Micoverse too. Well, we have a couple neighborhoods of the Micoverse. All right. What other MMOs or games do you enjoy playing besides Final Fantasy? And how do they compare?
Specifically MMO wise?
Yeah.
I tried Throne and Liberty, which
Yep.
I had tried it back when it was like a demo. I think it was under a different name.
Mm-hmm.
And it was okay. I tried to pick it back up when it came out, like the full version that's out now, and I couldn't really get back into it. But honestly, I kind of had already started streaming by then, so I was kind of invested in that. And then back in the day, there was a MMO called Terra.
Mm-hmm.
That one I was invested in way before I got into 14 and even after 14, and it no longer exists, unfortunately.
Nice. Terra. Pagu.
I loved Terra.
Yeah, I've been seeing quite a few people play Throne of Liberty. I don't know how to feel about it.
It was a good game when I tried it in the demo.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like it was fine when I tried it in its full version, but I really just didn't have the mentality at the time to sit down and play more than 20 minutes of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's load up another half bite. Tell me how many more you think you got left. Oh shit, I moved too quickly and now I'm a little dizzy. Whoa, the spice. I got the spice high.
I can make 2 small bites.
Okay.
I'm pretty much out.
Okay.
I kind of wish I'd bought a second one now.
That's okay.
This is good.
I had 2 minutes left. No, it's not like that. Okay. Okay, you're also an RPer.
Mm-hmm.
You did GTA RP and Red Dead Redemption RP.
Yes.
You spent 5 years in GTA RP. Which of your 5 characters was your favorite to play and why?
By the end of it all, it was definitely my cop. My cop, Caitlin Diaz. I ended up loving her the most. And I think it was a combination of the work and just her overall character. I loved her a lot.
I licked my whiskers. I have spicy stuff in my whiskers. Fuck. My lips are on
Oh
fire
no!
now.
Wipe your whiskers down.
Alright, and then Ulti's been dying. He has to know, what was your favorite moment in RP?
Oh man. I don't have any very funny ones I can think of off the top of my head, but I think the most memorable moment that I had was a bunch of people threw a surprise birthday party for me.
Oh, nice.
And it caught me off guard because they staged it like it was a kidnapping.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they staged it like it was a kidnapping. Okay, so first they told us, so they used to hold like cooking classes.
Okay.
And so they would give us like new recipes that we could cook in the city. And so I was like so excited to go to this cooking classes. I love the cooking classes so much. And we go and get kidnapped while we're there waiting for people to show up.
Oh.
And I was like, bro, I just wanted to go to my damn cooking class. I was so excited. Yeah, it was Alti. And so they were like, they called the cops and they were like, yeah, we've kidnapped them. It was like me and like essentially the mayor, basically.
Okay. Wait, were you the cop character at that time?
No, at the time I was the owner of the strip club.
Oh.
It was a different character. Mm-hmm.
So the owner of the strip club hanging out with the mayor casually. Okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, because it was a cooking class. It was a public class, bro. And so they kidnapped us and they had called the cops and they were like demanding a helicopter and all this other stuff. I'm like, what is this kidnapping? I was like, I've never been through something like this before. And I was so stressed out and super annoyed because I just wanted to go to my cooking class. And so they took us to the clothing store after they got the helicopter, I think. And they were like, chained into clothes, but they specifically have to be blue and orange. And I'm like, Blue and orange are my favorite colors. That's really weird. And so thankfully I already had several outfits that looked really good in blue and orange. And so I put one on. And they had put like paper bags on our heads so we couldn't see anything. Like the mechanic was they put a paper bag on your head and your screen goes black. So we couldn't see anything. All you could hear was the noises. And so the person who was the mayor at the time, I don't even remember what her character actually was, but I just keep calling her the mayor. And so she was playing it up. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm so stressed. My anxiety's so high. And she's like freaking out. And I'm like, yo, calm down. It's just a kidnapping. We've been through this before.
Oh, just a normal kidnapping. We've been through these procedures before, Mayor.
Yeah.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, we've been through this before. It's fine. And so I didn't see when they landed us at the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
And they escorted us in. And then they took the bag off my head. And they were like, surprise! And it was just like 25 people there. And I'm like, I just wanted to go to my cooking class. And so I burst out crying, and it was a really nice surprise. And they all they had people who did like private shows. Like they had two cops come out there, and they were dancing to Bad Boys. It was so funny.
Oh wow!
So they did things like that. They Alti had created a gift box, like a present gift box that people could put gifts in for me, and so I was able to go open the gift box and like see all the presents that people had gotten me, and it was a really nice surprise. Like I think that was like my most memorable moment in RP. But RP, there's so many funny and good moments. I can't even pinpoint one other than that right now.
All right. Well, speaking of, the different several roles you played in RP, looks like you were a business owner to a chief to EMS. Which role did you find most challenging?
Probably the chief of EMS. Because at the time, I was very limited on the things I was allowed to do by the people who owned the server. I had a lot of ideas, a lot of things the way that I wanted to run my business, and they would not allow me to do so. So eventually, I stopped playing her as much because it was just frustrating to go in there and be told I can't do anything.
Oh.
And eventually I got let go from being chief of EMS.
Oh yeah, I got fired.
Yeah, I felt really bad, but it's like they were like, you weren't doing anything. And I had made so much documentation, and every time I'd gone to them with like, hey, I want to pay my employees extra bonuses for actually showing up and working, because we never had EMS. It was very rare to have somebody on duty. And I was like, I want to pay them extra bonuses once a week for showing up on duty. And they're like, no. Every time I came in with them, no. And I was like, if you're not going to let me do anything, why would I want to be here and work? So, and it's like I did all of their documentation. I wrote the handbook. Like I did so much, and they weren't letting me do anything otherwise. And I was like, okay, well, when I got fired, I was upset. Yeah, but what can I do?
It sounds like a job.
It was very much like a job.
Ugh. Yeah.
I enjoy it though. That's the thing about me. I enjoy documentation. That's why my cop character became my favorite character. It's because there was a lot of documentation to do.
It took a page from real life healthcare industry. True. North Star. True.
Yeah. Like I had requested to make like a whole like medical records. Like I had a whole medical records thing going on. Alti was building that system and everything, and it was fun, but they just wouldn't let me do anything that I wanted to do. And it's like, I'm trying to give incentives for there to be actual EMS people, and they didn't want to hear it.
All right. How do you juggle playing a variety of characters in GTRP while keeping each one distinct?
Backstory, personalities is a lot of it. So my EMS character, she was very business oriented.
Oh, nice.
But she was very friendly. Very sweet. And she would always treat everybody like a mom. Like she was like a mom. And so she'd roll up on scene, somebody's like, oh, I'm hurt. I'm so hurt. She's like, what did you do? And they're like, I jumped off the building when I shouldn't have. It's like, what did we learn? Don't jump off the building. Exactly. All right, let me help you. So that would be how she treated people. And then Sophie was actually her half sister. I actually intertwined this story there. But Sophie grew up essentially as an orphan. It is the best way I can describe it. Her parents weren't great, and so she would couch surf, and she eventually learned how to grow up on her own. And eventually she ended up with owning a strip club.
Oh.
And so she was a little rough around the edges, but she could get anybody to talk. That was her thing. She could get anybody to talk. Let me think. Who else did I play? Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time. There's somebody missing. Ari. So Ari, she was that's Ulti's favorite character is Ari. She was the sweetest little thing. She was I put my traits of depression and anxiety in her to help myself heal from a lot of the stuff that I had been going through at the time. Okay. And so she was really sweet. She kind of talked like this. And she was super shy, but eventually she ended up owning a cafe. And so I put a lot of my art into making collectible stickers, which was hell on earth because they would buy my food just to rip open the packages to get the stickers. And then I wouldn't have any food left to sell. Like it was a mess. So it was very stressful every month because I would release a new set every month. But no, Ari was super sweet. It was like Ulti's favorite character. And then I had Raina Hawthorne, who was my criminal character. And her voice is like this, very down here, kind of rough around the edges. She was a criminal character. She had just gotten out of prison at the time. She grew up as a single child, and her parents really didn't want to take care of children. So she kind of grew up on her own in the system. And she did not grow up around the greatest people. But she was a sweetheart regardless. Like she took care of her friends, and she would very easily stab somebody that, did her friends wrong. And then of course there was my cop, and she grew up in a family of people who were like military and security oriented. She had an affinity for animals. And so she was a park ranger.
Okay, and it looks like you were a cat cafe at one point, because Ulti says my character JJ delivered a bunch of AI cats to Ari's cafe.
I thought it was Goodman. I'm pretty sure it was Goodman. I remember very clearly it was Goodman because Ari really liked Goodman. Like Ari really liked Goodman, and unfortunately she was in a position where she couldn't express that.
It was JJ.
I swear to God it was Goodman. I remember because he was it JJ? Nah, we'll have to talk about that later. I'm pretty sure it was Goodman. I'm almost sure.
Goodman couldn't get a vehicle?
Oh, you're right. JJ had to do it because JJ had to bring his business truck. Yeah. Oh, but it was definitely Goodman's gift.
Interesting.
But yeah, you could pet the cats and everything. The cats would roll around and walk around. You could pet the cats. It was really cute.
Oh, wow. Can you share a memorable moment from your time as a business owner in GTRP, especially your strip club, cafe, or mechanic shop?
Oh yeah, Raina had the mechanic shop. I forgot about that. Every time I think about her, I just think about her criminal stuff. Because she wasn't meant to own the mechanic shop. It just ended up that way. So let me think. Sophie, whenever I would do events for the VU, I loved, so we had custom food, custom drinks. So I liked designing those. But I would put together all of the playlists for the VU, including guest dancers. I would put together their lists for them too. Like I would take their feedback and then send them the list and be like, how do you feel about this? Should it be faster songs, slower songs? So I worked with a lot of people to do that. Memorable moments other than, I think memorable moments for Sophie would be putting those playlists together. I really love putting those playlists together. For the cat cafe stuff, I really did she had a food truck before she had the store. But my most memorable moment Alti will remember this, and it was Goodman that did this. It was Goodman that did this. So the cat cafe had a whole bunch of like little nooks and crannies where the cats could go walk into.
Oh, nice.
And there was a little cat-shaped hole that everybody liked to go get stuck in.
Oh? Stuck? Step bro style? Help me, step bro?
Step bro stuck, yes. And so I remember a couple of people before Goodman had done it, but then he went and did it, and it was the funniest thing to me. I don't know why that broke me. That and everybody would throw themselves over the counter because they couldn't get through the locked door. So they would throw themselves over the countertop, and so everybody would figure out how to fling themselves over the countertop. That was so funny. And then with the mechanic shop, what was it that happened? I think it was some dude shot a gun at a tanker, like a propane tank or something that was in the mechanic shop, and it blew up his car.
Oh.
And all of us in the process, and we're laying on the floor laughing. He goes, I didn't think that would happen.
Oh.
We were all cry laughing from that one. Thinking it wouldn't go boom.
Yeah, no, the physics still work, buddy. The physics still work. Yes, Diego on Kick. Yes, I'm Ninjagato. I am a 3D VTuber cat on Unreal Engine 5.21. This is Mayvoxx. I'm interviewing her. This is her ethereal deer that she uses in Mignon.
Hello.
All right.
You keep telling me that one, Ulti. I barely remember. There was a cop chase that went up Mount Chiliad. And we all fell down the mountain at some point somehow, and we all died, and it was really funny, but I barely remember it. Like, he keeps mentioning it, and I have just very vague memories of it.
Man, that means you put a lot of hours into RP. Holy cow.
Yeah, I told you, did it for 5 years.
Damn.
Every day for 5 years, basically.
All right. What was it like transitioning between the roles of like a criminal and a game ward in GTA RP?
That was rough sometimes. So one of the biggest things about ever playing cop or crim or anything is that you could not transfer information between characters. So we had to be, it was a very delicate process between characters. Like, I was very good about it, but obviously there's always that underlying, is this information that I'm about to reveal something that my cop already knows, or actually vice versa. When I'm on cop and I'm like, this information, did I learn this as a crim or did I learn this as a cop? And so it's like I have to be very delicate about the information handling.
Oh yeah, like certain characters know about this, but other characters don't. Okay.
Yes. So at one point my cop was trying to figure out the nitty-gritty of the gangs, like figure out who was in what gang, what their territories were, based off their spray locations, because you could spray in your territories. And so she was mapping all that out. And I had to be very careful about not going, oh, well, so-and-so is in this gang, when it's like, okay, did I learn that on my cop or did I learn that on my crim? So that's very delicate information transfer. Yeah, you have to be very, very careful about metagaming. And same thing with the black market location. Like, if I was chasing a criminal that just did a bank and I know, oh, they're going to take that stuff to the black market, on my cop, I have to not go and, like, you know, circle that area and, you know, be like, oh, I know they're going to come here. I know they're going to come here, because that's metagaming. I'm not going to know that. I need to find their car heading in that direction and then follow them. So it's like that delicate information you have to be careful about transferring.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. How did you ensure that your characters evolved over time in GTRP world?
A lot of it's dependent on everything that happens. So, like, all the storylines, all the people that you interact with, all that stuff can develop your character, because it's just like real life novel writing, but you don't have control over every single character. So you get into the head of your character, like Alti just said, and then everything around you can influence your character over time. So, like, for example, if I'm on my cop, and every time I'm standing out in the parking lot, somebody throws a grenade into it and I die, I'm not going to want to stand out in the parking lot anymore. So things like that, like, it's just like over time, I'm just like, you know, you could develop a tick or something like that, where it's just like somebody back steps with a gun in their hand, and it's like, you know, are you going to shoot me? And I'm immediately, you know, with my gun up. So it's like you can develop paranoia or various traits, just depending on what you go through.
Interesting. All right, let's talk about agony. Let's talk about Red Dead Redemption RP. Red Dead Redemption RP seems to be different atmosphere from GTA RP. How did you approach your roleplay change between the two games?
Ooh, it's a lot of tossing terminology out the window. Because obviously I'm not going to talk about a car in Red Dead. I'm not going to talk about, you know, a cell phone in Red Dead. It's very different. Hi, Mechanics Cat. Hello.
Hello, Mechanics.
And so it's very also delicate there. The thing is, my biggest thing about that really keeps me locked in to Red Dead RP is the horses. So it's like, once I see that horse, everything else is out the window immediately. And that's what made it super easy for me. And yeah, like Alti said, Red Dead is super simple compared.
Okay.
Like if I wanted to communicate with Alti, who's like God knows how many paces ahead of me, I had to speed up on my horse to yell at him because I didn't have a radio or a cell phone to be able to communicate. So things like that.
Interesting. Okay. What are the most important lessons you've learned from your years and experience in RP games?
Do your best to stay in character, because if you're not staying in character, somebody else is definitely not staying in character. I feel like I learned it. If I have to stay in character harder to keep other people in character, because the second I relax, someone else is going to relax, and then eventually you just slip completely out of character. So.
Oof. Okay. Okay. Oh, I heard there's like zones for that. Like, some RPer was talking about like there's like a area they send you to that you can just like go timeout / unload out of character, but only in that zone.
I guess it depends on the server.
Yep.
Because the servers I was in, we never did that. We if we were in private, we would be like, okay, like real quick, like, you know, out of character maybe. But we tried really good to stay in character at all times. The only times we would have to like really out of character is if like there was a situation like somebody crashed, like their game crashed. You would type like /OOC, like, hey, so and so crashed. We need 5 minutes. And so as cops, we would stop, and we would just be like, all right, you know, everybody stop. And then when that person came back, we would be like, oh, we regained eyes on the suspect. Oh my God. You know, we would keep going. So that was the only time we really tried to keep OOC to minimal unless we absolutely needed it.
I have RP and serious RP. We was serious RP, says Ulti.
Yeah. Yeah, the servers we were on were very serious. So it's like only OOC unless if you absolutely have to.
Okay. All right, let's talk about content creation and community after a half bite, and then after that you're done with your noodles, right?
Yeah, I think I have one bite here.
Okay. I'll take a big bite. Let's just kill it. Okay, that's still hot. That's like the bottom.
I muted because I didn't want to scrape the bowl in everybody's ears. You okay, Gato?
I'm okay. You okay? Yeah. It's weird because it's not as hot in my mouth as I remember. But it gets to my stomach, it lets the fire out, and then I get the chili dizzies. The
That's
chili
gonna be
hype.
great when you go to the bathroom later.
No, it's gonna wreck me. The last time it wrecked me on the way out. And that's gonna happen again. Like, yes, my mouth may have COVID hex, but my asshole definitely won't have COVID hex. All right. How do you keep your community engaged? What do you think makes your community unique?
They bully me. I
Oh.
let them bully me.
All right. So,
Speaking of which, I can prove that.
oh, you know, turn on some redeems, make them cheap.
I'm turning them all on.
Oh no, all the redeems are on, gatos. And familiars. You can go to her offline chat and mess with her. Well, let's see what they do.
I'm turning on all the ones that don't require me to do anything.
Nice. Nice. Okay, because before you called them familiars, you said you're a community of blank and blank.
Degens and Coomers.
Yep.
And that was because they wanted me to call them that.
Nice. But now they're familiars, not just degenerates and Coomers. Very nice. Very nice. So your community is only unique because they bully you exclusively when they're in your channel?
Well, I mean,
Man,
I'm trying to think of the
They're yeeting you quite a bit.
Yep, that's just normal. Well, I mean, to be honest, I love them. I love them a lot because they bully me, they keep me on track, they keep me talking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, freaking jail. They're just great overall. Like I don't think I have anything negative to say other than they probably bully me a little too much, but I also enjoy it.
Interesting. Oh, now you're
Look
dancing.
what happens when I get mad with the googly eyes. Oh,
now you're dancing in horny jail. Interesting.
They're not gonna release me.
What kind of relationship do you aim to build with your viewers? And how do you nurture that bond?
I want to nurture a relationship that doesn't make me like their mom. I know it sounds weird to say, but I'm pretty sure that at some point, oh god, they're gonna want like a mommy situation. I don't know. They're being weird. Who's watching me right now? What gato is that? I don't know. I just want my stream to be a place where people can come in and have a good time.
True.
Like I want them to have fun and have a good time and not be worried about whatever other shenanigans is going on the internet. Oh, who did that? That was a perfect coggers.
That was a nice coggers.
That was the perfect one. Those are rare.
Interesting. Interesting. So you want to build a fun, nurturing environment without becoming chat's mom. Okay.
Yes.
Not even a dummy mommy situation.
Oh, it's a miracle.
Gotcha.
It's like having 10 kids. It's true. It's like having a bunch of kids. I do love them though.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it's ulti. He gave you the googly eyes. I see. I see. Let's see here. What can I do?
No, if I called you guys kids, it'd be weird. Oh, they want me to hydrate.
What does that do?
Oh, I actually gotta drink something.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. How do you balance being entertaining with your personal boundaries when it comes to interacting with your audience?
Oh, if they cross my boundaries, I just take away their toys.
Mm.
Then they get mad. Oh my god, am I actually a mom? Oh no. That was such a mom sentence. I hate it here.
We still require uppies though. I wish to see the top shelf. Interesting. Interesting word sound. I don't know, like I used to overshare, I think, and I think that was a bad time. So
I overshare, but that's normal for me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm careful. I am careful when I overshare though.
Yep. Do you have any plans to collaborate with other streamers or content creators in the future?
Yes. I have a couple more plans with Mild.
Okay.
We'll see. Raris, if you're still here, we have to figure out that stuff that you wanted to do. I committed. I need you to commit.
Wait, Royce just wanted to make out with you in the back of a car.
Wait, what? In a car?
Or was it a car? I just remember she's like, when's our next makeout stream?
She wanted to do a very specific type of content on her stream, and I committed. I'm down. I'm ready to go. I'm waiting on her to commit, and so we can put some stuff together and do it.
Interesting.
It'll be fun. I think chat will really enjoy it.
Teasers. Interesting. Okay.
Ow! Hey, watch the kitty.
That's a new take on BBC. True.
He's trying to sleep up there. Look.
All right. What's the most rewarding part of streaming for you, both professionally and personally?
Interacting with chat and letting chat bully me. Honestly, that's rewarding. I don't need anything else. I really don't. The subs, the bits, anything like that. I don't care for it. I just want to hang out with people and have fun, have a good time, make people laugh, smile. Good vibes.
Very cool.
And they like me yapping for some reason.
Yeah, I think yapping's great content. It's unique, engaging, despite the streamer not thinking it's engaging. I think it's engaging. Have you faced any challenges? Have you faced any challenges in maintaining your mental and physical health as a content creator? How did you manage that?
Mentally, I do have trouble sometimes, especially if my stream has been under 4 hours and I feel like I don't have anything else to talk about. I start to panic. I do start to panic and I'm like, why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. There's no point in me being here. Nobody's going to listen to me, blah, blah, blah. Like all that like dark negative feedback starts coming out. And I usually end up with situations where I tell chat, I love when you use redeems, and then somebody throws a C4 at my head and I want to take it back. That's a clip.
She keeps saying we bully her. True, just my ninjas.
You guys do bully me, but you guys bully me out of love. Okay, hey, wait a minute. The bot just said, if only there was some sort of redeem that would keep the streamer quiet for 5 minutes. Excuse me?
Yeah, that's an ulti bot. I wonder if that's like an on brand with our job
5
system.
minutes? That's toxic behavior, yo.
That's our job. True.
I'll give you guys 10 seconds at a time. No, we shouldn't make it if this bot. Now the bot's bullying me.
It's kind of funny because it's ulti bot. Like ulti.
Yeah, the bot's on brand.
All right. All right, let's talk about the future. Let's talk about your future plans and inspirations. What are your long-term goals for your VTubing career? Do you have any big projects in the works?
Right now I'm kind of just seeing where the future is going to take me.
Mhm.
My goal is just to keep improving my model and keep giving chat toys to play with. And I'm just going to see where it goes from there. I'd love to do more collabs. Wink, wink, Gato, wink, wink.
Huh?
You know, Gato, Mild, Rory's, anybody else, please
Okay.
hit me up. I would love to do
Okay.
collabs. I have fun with it. So if you guys ever have any ideas, let me know. Yes, more toys. So yeah, I want to see where it all goes. I'm kind of going with the flow and just enjoying myself.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, Alti.
I'll do a collab with you. Nice. How do you see the evolution of VTubing in the next few years? Are there any trends or innovations you're excited about?
So I don't really keep up too much, believe it or not, on VTuber ongoings. Like I watch a couple of them, but I don't really keep up to too much of like what the meta is or any trends that might be going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested to see where future interactions go, like how crazy they can be, because I've seen some people doing some really weird stuff on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see where it all evolves to. I just don't see any specific paths yet.
Yeah, Alti's offering to arrange a Love Sense collab.
That's a different website. I don't know about all that.
Interesting. Interesting. If you could collaborate with any other VTuber or content creator, who would it be and why?
Like my dream collab?
Yeah.
Chibidoki.
Mm.
I would love to collab with Chibidoki. That's like my dream. Like that would be like if I could like collab with anybody ever, it would be Chibidoki.
Why is the first thing I hear? Not sure, Getaway. Not sure. Chibidoki. Okay. Okay.
I love Chibi.
All right. And then we usually wrap up the interview with this question, which says, lastly, what advice would you give someone starting their own streaming or VTubing journey?
Do the research on backend because there's a lot of backend.
Oh.
Especially if you're VTubing. You need, of course, your alerts, your emotes, your overlays, your freaking sound alerts. You need everything. There's a lot to go through. It does get overwhelming, but just break it down into batches. It helps. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but don't ask for help with the streamers that are live. If you could find a community to hang out with, ask them. Just not when people are alive, please. And have fun with it. Be as creative as you can be and have fun with it.
Interesting. Okay. And then, what if somebody wanted to be a VTuber exclusively? What's the first piece of advice?
Don't spend $5,000 on a model.
True.
I have heard people say, "Oh, I want to be a VTuber, but I don't want to spend $5,000 or $3,000." I'm like, bro, you don't need to be doing all that. Start with Vroid. Make your way up. Vroid's free.
Wait, how long have you been playing with Vroid?
Oh, the first time I played with Vroid, I want to say was 4 years ago.
Yeah, 5,000.
I want to say it was like 4 years ago. And I didn't really get too much into it. I did get the basics on how to do stuff, but I picked Vroid back up when I started getting into Miicoverse, which was like 4 months ago. Yeah. The first model I ever made was that first one you guys saw on Miko stream. Oh, the beach party one with the two-toned hair.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That was the first model I ever made.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. I started using it like last month.
It's got a very tiny learning curve.
Yeah, and 5,000, that's pretty much on par if you want like a really nice custom model. And
Mm-hmm.
you're on the wait list and they're not going to deliver on time.
Mm-hmm. But we're talking like super big models, like the kind of stuff you see like Zentrea using. Like those are very expensive models. Like
yeah.
I want to say the ones like maybe like Iron Mouse uses, you're probably looking at 1,000 some odd easily. Hers are gorgeous, but she does keep them pretty simple. Zentrea has like 1,000 different attachments to her models. It's amazing.
And then with Vroid, shaper blend shapes are effortless as ultimation.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. At this time, I will open it up to the chat. What questions do you have for this streamer? I'll think of a silly question in the meantime. If you could travel anywhere, no PTO or money concerns, where would you go?
Oh, that's a complicated list to sift through.
Top
If I
three.
had to pick one out the gate with absolutely no like zero freaking worries, Japan.
Japan.
Mm-hmm. I would do a tour of Japan.
Can you tell us your Sibian story? I don't know if we want that in the YouTube, Ulti.
You guys know the story.
Wardstone says, what's the largest animal you think you could take in a fight?
Honestly, probably like a wolf. I'd probably get destroyed by a bear or anything bigger than that. I think I might be able to take down a wolf.
You think?
Mm-hmm. It'll hurt, but I think I could.
Nice. Do you have any food you would recommend to try? Ask no more.
If you can get get a hold on any Puerto Rican food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's like? All right, Puerto Rican. What's like a starter dish you'd recommend somebody?
If you haven't tried pernil, I freaking love pernil. Get like pernil.
Describe it to us.
It's just pork shoulder, roasted pork shoulder. I want to say it's pork shoulder. Yeah, it's really good, especially if they make it with the crispy skin. Oh, everybody fights for the crispy skin, dude. Oh, I love the crispy skin so much. It's so good. And then there's arroz gandules. It's chickpeas, yellow rice chickpeas. It's one of my favorites. Mofongo is really good. I don't know how to describe mofongo to you. Let me get you a definition of mofongo. It's plantains. They are picked green, cut into pieces, and they could be like boiled in broth or roasted, mashed with salt, garlic, pork broth, and cooking oil in a wooden. They use the wooden thing to mush it up. It's really good. It's like plantain mashed potatoes, kind of. Actually, now that I think about it. Mofongo.
Chava asks, I don't know if I'm understanding this question right. Can you tell us about something of your lore that you are like what I was thinking of when I made it? Oh, what was I thinking when I made it? In your lore.
I don't know. I don't know really, because the lore is that okay. You know, there is a section of my lore that I still haven't really like fleshed out properly. Like I really haven't figured out the exact reason that my character became like this. Like I know it was done by an ethereal being to save her after she died because she earned it. But I still haven't, like, I've bounced like between like 4 different stories to decide. I haven't really like settled on one yet.
All right, and then Ulchi got on the topic of boobas. He says, as a female, could you educate us males? Do boobas make you float or sink?
Float.
Wait, they
But
float.
you have to lay on. You have to get like. I mean, it's kind of like
They float on their
if
own.
you. No. They don't. Do they? Kind of. Actually, yeah, they kind of float on their own. But you have to. It's buoyancy. That's basically it.
Mm,
It's just buoyancy.
interesting.
Do they float on their own? Well, I mean, I'm always wearing a bathing suit, and they do kind of float, man. They're like built-in floaties.
Floaties, built-in floaties.
My mom used to always call them our built-in buoys.
Wait, have you ever swam in the nude?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Mm-mm. Rory's came back. I zoned out for a bit. Are we talking about Booba?
Mine doesn't float, Sag, says Rory's. All balls float. You know, I never paid attention to that, but you might be right, Chava.
I saw Namori asked about my name. I can repeat that. It's fine. So my name is May. Like, that's actually my name. So I'm sticking with that. I've always wanted my name and my username. And then Vox is Latin. It's supposed to be only one X. Vox is Latin for voice, and I play with my voice a lot. I was in a choir. Like I've done like voice acting stuff and whatnot. So that's how I got that.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Test is on your BF. Please come back with the results, Rory's. I would love to know. May's voice. I know it's not like that great. It doesn't sound that great when you break it all down.
Okay. Any other questions from the community? Familiars, gatos, anybody? Questions?
Ooh, the bot has one.
Did you decide a model like this? It's very unique. Oh, how did you decide a model like this? It's very unique. This is Ultibot.
Yeah. I did it on accident. Like I said before earlier, she was meant to be my AI companion. And I ended up using her in the end. Oh, my old Discord name was May Lily because I like the lily flowers, but it was like very hard to get anywhere. I ended up changing it.
I gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. If you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be?
The power of persuasion. But I would use it for good and not for bad. Like I would use it to, like, if somebody's like, oh man, I really want to get into shape, and I would be like, well, yeah, you're gonna go get into shape, and they would be like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go get into shape, and then they would go get into you know what I mean? Like I would use it for good. I would use it for good. I wouldn't use it for bad.
Such right. Alright, wants to know, do you have any pets?
I do. I have 2 cats. I have a tuxedo cat named Ocelot. We call him Aussie. He is like 15 pounds. He is a tomcat. He's not fat. He's just a tomcat. He's very large. But he's an American short hair. So he's not like a Maine Coon or anything. He's just a very big cat. And then I have a cat named Lyra. And she's also an American short hair. She looks like a black cat, but she's actually dark brown with a kind of like a reddish kind of tint. But her face is pure black, and so are her paws. So she's got like socks.
Okay.
It's really cute. I have pictures of them at the bottom of my profile on my Twitch page.
Two of mine are British short hair, says Namori. Alright, Lil Hollow asks, if you're Isekai, where would you like to go? Doesn't have to be just an anime.
I actually wouldn't mind some kind of fantasy realm, like an actual proper fantasy realm. I think that'd be cool. Where you can where they like ride horses and have to farm and stuff like that. I think it'd be really weird without the technology. Oh my god. Oh, that was near perfect. I would miss all the technology, but I think I would really enjoy it.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Ah, shame. Same, says Kenway. Okay, okay. Alright. Alright, I will add a stream marker and we will say bye, YouTube. So you guys know the process. It's the same as saying hi to YouTube. You just do HIYT and that will say bye to YouTube. So this time, let's say bye to YouTube. And then
Bye, YouTube.
we will end this interview. Where's my stream ending? Alright. I'm going to list Mayvoxx's socials below. Make sure you go follow her on all her platforms. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.